We're live.
Mayhaps.
Hello, everybody.
Okay.
I need to fix our chat real quick, and then we can move forward with our lives. Or you could wipe more sauce on me. That's cool too. Do what you've got to do.
It's your potato. It's your
No, it was dripped onto mine. Whatever it
leaked.
was, it dripped
No,
onto
look,
mine.
it leaked from yours.
No, it didn't.
Mhm.
Look.
What did you have? Is this your fault?
Hiccup.
Just hiccups.
Live, Ren. Live.
Amazing. I get into it. Oh my god.
All right. This is taking much longer than it should have to just get that fixed.
Beep beep. I don't know why that's playing in my brain. Stop immediately.
Hey, it's your brain.
Something else. Do something else, brain.
All right, let's get the speed chat
That's
going.
not a thing that I can lean things on. This is a thing that I can lean things on. But you can't see it because the chat is in the way. Shush.
I got to reconnect to the Bluetooth.
All messages. Oh, to make the noise.
Yeah,
Yes.
to make the noise. To give people voice, I think is the proper way of saying it.
Yeah. Kind of feels like the worst cramps of my life.
I was having that this week.
I'm sorry.
I
my
looked at
fault.
Jen and I was like, I'm on my man period. I'm having horrible cramps and my bipolar disorder is acting way out.
Aha, what's the med situation?
Still hasn't been filled.
You can call them
I do.
repeatedly. Names. Specifically.
Sometimes.
Hello, world.
There it
Aha.
is. I was all mad.
Like, I made it work. Why isn't it working?
There we go. Okay.
My ear is very hot.
Hey,
It's
that
like,
best brandy, dude. I don't know.
my ear is warm to a degree that it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, many degrees, I'd imagine.
I'm gonna beat you with a stick.
What else is new? Try me.
Like, I love this.
It's okay. I've been being
Sticks
abused
all
all week by
around.
Austin, so it's fine.
Ah,
He's streaming. He got his computer. He finally built
Yeah?
his own computer this
Good.
week. We had to like walk him through a troubleshoot, and then he fixed it, and it was easy.
Nice.
And then he's been streaming. And then I ruined his last stream because I couldn't keep going, and I had to bail. And I feel bad.
Aw, he's fine.
That's what you
Little
think.
brother problems.
EDS problems.
Mm-hmm.
Did you let the Discord know?
Mm-mm. Keeps trying to log Jen in. Stop.
Weird. Very weird.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what the heck my password is. Cool beans.
Don't say it on the fucking podcast.
Yeah, that's the password.
Guess who edited episodes like an hour ago?
Wow. Was it
Two,
good?
3 hours.
Oh, okay.
It was good. It was good.
I have to. You might have to do this because I have to figure out what the heck my login is.
I don't know your
This
login,
is the
bro.
weirdest question I've ever seen ever in one of these like human checks.
Oh God, yeah.
Choose the heaviest
animal.
animal.
That just means that the AI is getting more advanced for the robot clicking, so they have to get you
Yeah.
more in depth.
Enter your confirmation.
I can do it.
What is?
It's just not going to come out very well. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do it because I'm a bro.
Bro. Do you want me to type?
Yeah, can you do the typing? If you could do the typing, I can do the clicking.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa, dogs. Whoa.
Dog. Whoops. No. Bah.
It's the birthday stream. Dog was calling you out.
Mhm. Let's see. Hold on. Why won't it let me at? There we go.
Interesting.
Hmm.
It's just my stomach.
Yeah. What did it do?
It's not like I'm not hungry, but I'm not super hungry, apparently.
Oh.
I'm not used to being told to eat slower by my body.
Oh.
Like, knock it off. I'm gonna eat as fast as I want.
It sent me a message, but it lied.
You want me to check Fantastic Pains and see if you accidentally used the wrong email?
I don't think I did, but maybe.
I think you probably didn't either, because that'd be weird. But
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure you had Discord way before that. I can still check.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Only W Energy emails.
I'll have to look through my other phone, my old phone. Pull everything off of it.
When did this come in? How do I see time?
I think it was
You
a
don't.
Hi, Kaylee.
hello.
Hi.
It was yesterday.
It says it was an SMS, so it was not an email.
Yeah.
How do, Kaylee?
Okay. How are you?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes.
What she said.
Hmm.
Very much what she said.
Hmm. Bodies are horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't approve of them. I don't like them. I think they're bad. They're trash, and they should
Too
be.
many design flaws.
Yeah.
Too
they
many
should
potential failures.
mock them into a non-existence.
Not enough bug fixes.
Mm-hmm. Well, the bug fixes are lame. Like, instead of removing cancer permanently, we just kill it temporarily.
Yeah.
Like, what's that about?
Temporarily.
That should have been patched out by now.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. Who am I to play God? He needs to
I
push
mean,
the
I've
updates,
never-
but I'm not.
I've never tried
Well, you've never tried.
Mm-mm.
to play God. Yeah. Actually, I mean, I've
No.
played like The Sims. Does that count?
Yeah, I think that fully counts.
Okay, then I have.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine being a sim and being like, I have no parents.
I imagine every day being the same.
I just exist now.
Where did
Who
I
I
am
combine I combine the philosophy of you can't prove that you didn't exist 5 minutes ago with The Sims. So it's like a neurotic thought meets
Oh
philosophy,
no.
and I do. I'm like, maybe I just started existing, and why are my needs out of whack? They need to start
mean,
clicking some buttons.
I
Yeah.
remember you existing more than 5 minutes ago.
Mhm.
But that's the thing. We could be programmed with memories that we existed more than 5 minutes ago. You can't prove that we
Oh
didn't.
God. But there's video. And
Again, but if universe is created by an almighty being,
oh no.
it's a real conundrum. If you want clarity, we could ask my grandfather to give us a lecture on it.
Oh God.
Please.
I might actually. I just want to see where he goes with it.
Yeah.
I don't think we've talked at very shallow about this subject, but we've never
Yeah.
gone in depth. So
Hmm.
I think it could be fun.
I'm both hot and cold. I can't figure myself out.
Do you have your green shirt, just in case?
This one. That's literally right here.
Okay.
But like,
Well, put it over your legs.
good plan.
Yeah, see if that helps balance it. Because that's what I do in bed when I'm hot, cold.
Mhm.
Blankets on the legs,
Smart.
cold on top. I do extremes. I'm gonna melt my bottom. I'm gonna freeze the top.
I've been cold lately. Like cold.
I like to freeze my
constantly.
legs.
Yeah.
I like to freeze like my feet.
Normally I'm a leg
knees
freezer.
Yeah.
specifically.
I don't like having my arms outside of blankets.
Oh
If I
God,
have
no.
a blanket.
Well, if I have a blanket on, I
Yeah,
want it
that's
on.
cool.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
I want it like
I did that earlier. I was
Up to
sitting
Ed
neck.
doesn't
and I was
understand.
angry and I couldn't figure out why I was angry. And then I moved to the blanket a little bit and I was like, oh, I feel so much better. Again, I'm being bipolar though.
Well, I'm like doing the same thing. I have to like meditate and pay attention to things, and then my brain goes, "What was that?"
I was listening to you and waiting for you to finish your thoughts so I could get to my thought.
Oh, okay. I was like, "You okay?" But last night I couldn't get settled because I couldn't get comfortable, and if I can't get comfortable, I can't meditate because then they're like, "Be aware of your body," and I'm like, "I'm
No.
uncomfortable."
Yeah.
I don't like my body.
And then I noticed my spine was just like zigzagging.
This is
it
gonna
was
be a
gross. I
really
didn't
weird
like
question.
it.
Randy, you're medicated for bipolar, right? Do you find that after being medicated, it's harder to handle being unmedicated? Does that make sense? Like before we had like a flow and we were in somewhat control,
Now you're a spoiled brat, and,
and
you
now
can't
we're
survive
spoiled,
without.
and it's so much harder to like keep in check. Does that feel right?
Now you know how it could
Right.
be.
Well, that's the worst too, is you
Exactly.
know.
You're like,
Like,
I should be better.
Once you know you're manic, it's like, God damn it. God damn it. I hate it.
He just forgets.
I watch forget.
It's
I
just
don't
like
blame him.
comfortably like, I forgot I had bipolar in the first place.
I have to check all the time. That's because I forgot for a long time.
Oh,
Like when I started, I was always like, I'm fine. And then my Jen would be like, you're bipolar. And my instinct would then be to be offended.
nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's like, no, I am.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
mind your business.
And then it's like, it's fine. It's not she's not judging me. It's just what I am.
Yeah,
What I am.
Uh-huh. I can't help it.
No.
it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah. I don't like the things we can't help. I'm annoyed about that currently. I'm
Mhm.
just annoyed. I'm
Can we
just
talk about that tomorrow?
annoyed. Yeah.
I was
yes, we
thinking about that
can.
earlier.
Because I'm annoyed
The
about it right
Things
now.
that are out of your control.
Yes.
I had a
Very
thing
much so.
happen this week, and now my body is doing a new trick that's horrible.
You want to know what's really, really funny though?
Hmm.
You texted me that your thing happened
Mhm.
right as I was doing something similar,
Oh no.
but I was going through an intense version of something similar.
no.
And I was like,
no,
I'm about to
no,
do the
no.
same thing. I swear to God. I'm sorry for the vagaries, but wouldn't that have been fucking funny? Like I get that text and then all of a sudden I'm like,
You're like, me too. Just
ditto.
kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. Made me super paranoid.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's making me super angry.
It's
I'm just
understandable.
aggro about it right now.
I almost said something really stupid, Randy.
Hmm.
I almost was like, Randy, can you believe that Austin isn't medicated for being bipolar? And I was like, no, it's really obvious, but yeah. Yeah, who would have guessed? I mean, he handles it better than I do. Yeah, well, when I was younger, dude, I was off the wall.
He knows.
He does. Well, and we've worked together on getting better, like talking through things
And that's
together.
the thing. His brain is still in process of developing
Mhm.
systems,
Exactly.
and so it's gonna be easier.
So I
for
had
him.
none. At his age, I was like when I met him,
Mhm.
I was like that, but more like
More.
Solidified.
more like physically expressive. Does that make sense? Not like violent, but like I would move things, or I would physical
yeah,
activity
yeah.
was my outlet
Yes.
for everything.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay, I'm not happy right now. It's my birthday,
so
for
sorry.
God's sake. And my body's like,
It's your birthday.
hey.
I got messages from a ton of people today, and they were all, Facebook is telling me that Karina's birthday is today. Is that true? And I was like, yes.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I never
Steph,
believe
Pedro.
Facebook when
Oh.
it says it's someone's birthday.
I
I'm like, get that? Is that right?
They're probably just they put the wrong birthday in.
They accidentally, or they did it on purpose. I'm sorry you don't feel good though.
Hmm. It's just dumb.
I love that like you got emotionally like in check because of your work stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's followed up immediately by the physical.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I'm like, could we not please?
It's always
stop?
something.
I don't want to join your chat.
And you know what? When it's not something for you, it'll be something with me though.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's like
It's always
honestly,
something.
honestly, we'd be better off without each other.
You
No,
can't
we'd
say
be
that.
so confused.
Because then
The
there would
link
be a
would
calm at time at
still
least.
exist.
You know, your calms wouldn't be punctuated by my crises.
I just
and
wouldn't
vice
know
versa.
about it.
Right,
That would
exactly.
be-
You'd still have a calm. You'd get to enjoy the calm
But
belt.
you would not be.
No, God, no.
We just like take turn.
Maybe what I'm saying is selfish. I'm trying to word it like it's better for us. Maybe it's better for me. It just none of your drama, and I could be free of it.
He wants me to go away.
I've been trying to say it for years, but she won't listen. She's like, you kid her.
Explicit
you.
communication, Chris.
Go away.
Okay.
There it is.
And the podcast. It was really
Bye.
weird. No one saw it coming. We need to remind me at some point when we're doing the shorts
Mhm.
that at the very end of the episode there's a really funny bit, and I got to remember to do it. Just let's all collectively have a brain. One of us can ADHD remember that, right?
Okay. There's a short at the end of the episode.
Yeah,
Good.
it's a good one.
Good.
There's a lot of good ones in the beginning too. Actually,
Good. That's exciting.
we're gonna come back with like a
I'm
vengeance.
happy. Get it.
It's a good episode too. Yeah, what the? I saw that happen. Wow.
Okay. Stop.
See, for me, it's also a hassle because like when that happens to me, or if I start feeling like
Mhm.
overheated, I'm like, I'm just fat.
Oh no.
Aw.
You just have this out of
Don't
nowhere.
forget the jacuzzi and the indoor, the inbuilt grill and kitchen in the outside.
I mean, that area is it's literally the entire length of the house, and
Morning, doggo. I was confused for a second, then it made sense.
Mhm.
Oh man. But yeah, Austin's streams have been pretty good. He
Mm.
picked it up really good. His computer building was really good too.
Yeah?
I was impressed.
Nice.
It booted almost the first time. And
Mm.
the reason it
Almost.
didn't boot wasn't because he built it wrong, it's because the motherboard is
Oh,
jank.
of
And it's a
course.
brand new motherboard. He just
That's a
bought it. But
bummer.
get this, he waited. He bought it and he had to save up money to buy the
No.
rest. So it's outside of the RMA period.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. It's an expensive board too.
It sucks.
All right, let me see your perspective.
So we're doing these are the things we're gonna do.
Okay. Yay, finally. I've been waiting for your negative space stuff.
That'll be later.
Morning.
Morning.
Sorry, I joined when I was in the middle of a conversation. That was my
Yeah.
bad.
It was
We were
funny.
just like, what?
We heard.
Yeah, I like this. This is
How
good.
y'all
Good way.
doing?
Doing good.
Oh.
Emotionally,
Live. Yeah.
dealing with the
So-
physical.
We did this one today. And they're just on like little pieces of paper because I was like, I want you to sketch and like decide.
Are you
what
doing
like.
Are you doing the thing where they can help themselves by using like a string?
I want to do
Because
the
like
string.
for this one, you
But
can do the
what
string.
what we've done so far is the vanishing point.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, that's what I
with
mean. For
perspective-
vanishing point, you
Mhm.
can put this
Yeah,
thing in the middle,
yeah.
and then that way they get the like window lines better.
yes, I do know that. I just haven't done it because I'm like, I don't want to damage the paper or anything. But
No, yeah,
they're using just like a ruler.
yeah.
So what I had them do was you draw your vanishing point, you draw your shapes. And then from your shapes,
And then you make things out of
you're
it.
gonna go through and connect everything to your vanishing point.
Yeah. Cool.
And they've come up with some really cool stuff. And I had a kid who did this one. She did like this crazy freaking hallway.
hmm
And it's like it looks like Meow Wolf. It's so weird. It's
wow.
super cool.
Ooh.
And then we started with the landscapes because that was the easiest way to teach perspective.
Yeah.
And so far the rule is everything is triangles. Are we doing 1 point perspective? Triangles. They're
Right.
just triangles.
1 point perspective, you got triangles. I was
It's
gonna say
just
it's
triangles.
a little bit more in depth than that, but no,
Well,
you're
yeah,
right. You're
but-
right.
It's just triangles. So I'm like, if they're triangles, you're doing it right.
That's cool.
And then I had a kid who was like, "This is horrible. I just blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Trust the process.
hmm
Trust it. Just trust the process."
I like
and at
the-
the end, he was like, "Oh, I did that." And I was
You're
like,
giving them like space to like do other things too, where it's like you explain it where you do a shape and then you do your lines,
Yeah.
and then it can be anything inside of that. so they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
That's cool.
One of them did the like X, which came out really, really cool.
Mm.
So they're really enjoying that and like understanding how the lines come together, but are also like you have to keep it parallel with your first shape
Yeah.
going down, but then you're using your ruler and your vanishing point to create your like vertical
Mhm.
lines.
That's cool.
So they're having a good time.
I like the way you're doing classes, especially since it's different skill levels and it's like different
Yes.
grades, right?
Yeah.
I like that. Like,
Well, and my higher skill kids are like, you could use mine as an example. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna. And they're
Yeah.
like, thank you.
yeah. Well, you're giving them the skills and you're reinforcing skills.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. I've had so many drawing classes where some were like really specifically not meant for people.
Yeah.
Just in general. They were meant for psychopaths.
Where you're just like,
You're like,
what?
clearly you're looking for a savant that you can milk money out of when they're older. Because I'm not this
It's like,
person.
I'm going to create a prodigy.
hmm
He will be my apprentice.
Yeah.
I will own him.
You should do one project this year that does critiques just so that they can get the feel for that. Because that was like a big jump for me, was going from like normal stuff to college drawing, and then the critiques. I couldn't handle it emotionally.
Oh my god.
I was like not mentally prepared to be destroyed.
Sorry, I was trying to save myself from the Shia.
By
hair,
Karen,
and then I
who doesn't even know how to
dropped.
draw. Her shoe looked like shit. Mine looked like a shoe. Okay, but she's out here calling me out for my shading?
Damn, Karen.
Her name wasn't Karen. Her name was Beth, and I hated her. Her drawing sucked, but she thought she was better than everyone.
I hate that. It's like we had a lot of that in ceramics.
But do like a creative
One
critique
time
where
we
it's like,
we critiqued a man out of class.
oh,
We did it. We tried to be nice. We were trying to be gentle, but the next week he dropped.
yeah.
That's sad. Can't
Yeah.
take the critique.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you do it now, it's like a good lesson in general. Also, to give
Yeah.
creative critiques
Yeah.
instead of negative.
Well, and I do a lot of like
or tirades.
I do a lot of like reinforcement back and forth because we'll sit together at a table and I'll be showing them like step by step by step.
Mhm.
And then sometimes they'll be like doing something and then be like, Miss, I did it wrong. And they'll hand it to me and I take it back over and I'm like, no, you have the right idea. But what you forgot to do is like keep these lines parallel. So you're going to erase this. You're going to stay parallel with this part right here. Just move your ruler down.
Mhm.
But remember, they get closer and closer together. The like further they are like down, that's what creates that stretch. And then they get it and they're really happy and excited. So
Yeah.
we do have that like I'm able to be like, let's pivot and do it this
Yeah.
way instead. Or
But like
whatever
peer
it is.
critiques are a little
Yeah.
different.
Yes.
Like hearing it from you, it's like, okay, she knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
But getting told that something with your drawing is wrong by someone who you don't respect is a lot
That's fair.
different.
That's fair. Yeah. They're really kind to each other though.
Oh, I bet.
They're super sweet.
I
Like,
can't imagine
I
them
don't know
being
what it
vicious
is.
around you.
They're just so good. When they're in my room,
Innately, these are
they're
good kids,
wonderful
right?
children.
I think that they're just comfortable enough to be themselves
Yeah.
around in your class.
like
That
they're
makes
just
sense.
they're quiet and even if they're like not at all bought in or not at all focused, usually I can pull some work out of them
Yeah.
just by like re-inviting them. So I don't ever push and I'm like, this is what you need to be doing. But I'll walk by and be like, psst, psst, do both.
So basically, what you're saying is you're the voice in my head that fights my ADHD all the time.
Yeah.
Like with the edit. Like I wasn't like, you have to sit down and do it now.
Mhm.
Like yesterday, I was like, you need to do some of it. Could you get up and do a small bit right now? Okay, well I'm gonna go do that.
Well, and I have a kid who like he'll do stuff and then he's like, am I done? And I'm like, why don't you take a break? Like
Yeah.
use your phone. It's okay.
Oh yeah, you
As
told me
long
about
as
this
you are
kid.
doing both. And we had to reinforce that today.
Okay.
Same kid too. I was like, you can do both, honey. I'm not going to yell at you. I know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, but I also know that it's really intense and it's a lot of like handwork and it's a lot of focus. So if you need to take breaks and then come back to it.
Mhm.
You're good. You're fine as long as you're doing both.
I got
Whoa.
good news.
Oh,
This is for Randy mainly because this affects him more than you.
okay.
Randy, Jen starts on Monday. She's starting on Monday.
Yay.
She finally got through all of it.
Mhm.
HR was finally like, okay, you're cool.
Good. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Take 100
She's
years.
very pumped.
Good.
I got to work on her sleep schedule though.
Yeah.
She's been waking up at like noon because she's been having migraines that keep her up until like 6.
right.
Oh no.
That's not
So I'm
good.
gonna try like sunsetting. Like I'm gonna force myself to go to bed at a nice
Yeah.
time tonight so that she like starts.
Yeah. Just a reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to do it with the kids too.
I've had to do it with him. Where I'm like,
Him?
are you gonna get up? He's like,
Aw.
And I'm like, are you gonna get up? I'm leaving you the animals. Are you gonna get up? But then I spoiled him and I did the animals all week.
Yeah, but it was his break, right? You were still on
Yeah.
break.
But who did the animals when I was on break?
You?
Oh, your animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did my animals while you were
Oh.
on break.
Okay. Well,
I took care of them.
I'm glad they were taken care of
Mhm.
while I was on break.
Well, but not now.
I was gonna say,
Break's over.
"Ugh, they fend for themselves outside. Go hunt.
I this is just a silly thing. I get insecure about letting Ko out because I think he's going out because he needs to fend for himself. Like I'm not providing enough for him, so he has to go out into the world to do it.
I know.
I
No,
know he
because
does
he
the
has
cat
to
box outside.
provide for
Yeah,
you.
fine. Right, and that's he's been bringing me
yes.
mice. But it's I have this thought like, oh shit, do you not have enough food? What? How's your water situation? Are you bored?
Aw.
Want to play some video games?
Aw. Did he want to play video games?
He never wants to play video games.
That's funny.
Actually, not true. He likes to sit sometimes with me and watch.
Mm.
Like he'll actively watch.
Loki's favorite thing is to bother Randy. Randy doesn't appreciate it though.
Well, it's different if it's bothering. That's intentional cat
It's
abuse.
not
They
that he's
abuse
bothering. He's just huge
you. He's a big boy. Right. Like
and huge. Very
he's a
big
big
cat.
dude, it annoys me when Ko does it. So like
Oh, you missed the cutest thing this morning. I was trying to get ready, and of course, like Jaeger is yelling at me because I didn't feed them and I
Oops.
left them for you. But then he was like, "Uppies, give me uppies, give me uppies," and I was like, "Oh my god, okay." I'm trying to make my water, and so I picked him up and I put him on my shoulder and I just held his butt,
yeah.
and he just purred and purred and purred and put his legs just dangling over the side
He was
and was just
happy.
like, "Yes, this is what I want." And so I was spanking him while I was making my like drink because that's what he likes is like you just pat his
Yeah.
butt. He was very cute. He was like, "Yeah, let me sit here while you do your stuff. This
Yeah.
is great." And then he was not happy when I put him down.
I'm sorry to interrupt y'all, but
Yeah.
I just wanted to come in and say hello. You're on the work.
Hello.
Hi, doggo.
So I'm gonna talk to y'all streaming tomorrow morning.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't need to say it again.
Streaming tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, take care.
I'll see you tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Yes.
See ya.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you in the morning.
Sounds good. You take care, okay?
Be safe.
Yes. Sleep, maybe.
Yeah. When you can.
Yeah.
Like I know he's working night shifts.
I know. I'm like, oh. Yes. Ow, my wrist just went out. Oh, why?
Wow.
Don't-
You picked up a I watched. This action is what did it though. Yeah. I do that all the time. Can you fix it?
I don't want to let go of right here because that's the ow.
Mm-hmm.
And if I let go of it, bad things are gonna happen. It'll be fine. It's just gonna hurt a lot.
Is it back in?
No. No, it is not. It is very distinctly not. No. It's the thumb. It's right here. It's literally right there. Husband, I need you. Can you come fix my wrist, please?
Breaks out a screwdriver. It's like a whole toolkit.
If only. Hey. Further down. Yeah, that. Exactly that. I felt that in my soul.
Did it go?
Yeah.
I heard it.
Yeah. Thank you. Ah, fucking potato.
It's funny that we have spouses that just do this stuff now.
We're just like, help. Can't.
Like, Randy, were you always good at like physiological stuff? Like, because I know you sprain yourself and hurt yourself in sports and stuff.
Yeah.
So like, it's
He could do his wrist.
Just, like wrist and hand.
yeah,
Like those were my special.
mm,
I was a goal.
right,
Like I was constantly breaking things for hands.
right.
Mhm.
I had to like kind of train Jen,
You did him.
right? Like I would explain what's wrong, and she would feel it, and I would explain what I think needs to happen.
Mhm.
But she had to be trained,
It's also hard too, because like not everybody can see with their hands
right?
the way that we can. Where I can like hold something, look totally away, and then be able to tell exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
But not everybody can do that. It's kind of hard.
Not everybody can
But
feel all their
anytime-
body either. Like,
yeah. Anytime I have like a chiropractor or somebody who's like, then I'm like, yes,
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 got it.
yes.
Yeah.
You see with your hands and not with your eyeballs. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bodies are dumb. I don't like this one. I don't want it anymore.
I'm worried that you wouldn't be you without that body. But then that gets us into like, is a soul a soul? Was she
I
predetermined?
don't want to be corporeal anymore.
You just want to poof.
I
As long as
wanna
you can still
float.
communicate with me.
Yeah.
And like hang out.
Be
And
like a
I guess-
cloud.
Yeah, but
I'll
like
be a cloud.
she still needs to be able to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Like, could you interact with things in a way somehow?
Depending on the rules of this.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Like, this is your wish. The genie's like, "What do you want?" You're like, "I want to be corporeal." Well, you got to
I
be.
wanna
You got
be
any rules?
incorporeal. I want to like. I don't know. I want to like blink in and out of existence. That's what I want. When I need to do stuff, I want to exist.
But you want to
When I
move on the
don't
timeline.
have to, yeah.
Rin tried to pull a rewind on me, or not a
Oh.
rewind, or whatever that click.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, "I just want to experience things that are important." I was like, "You'd miss your entire life, and then you would regret it."
Yeah.
She's like, "No, you don't understand. Like, I want to fast forward to the things that I want to see." And I was like, "Yeah, exactly." And then you'd miss your whole life.
Yeah.
It's the lesson here.
You show her click.
No, I need to. Then she revised it to, but then I have to go back and experience
There
the
we
time. And I was
go.
like, that means that you're going to experience all the good things at once and then have nothing but filler for the rest of your life.
That would be terrible.
Horrible. Just the waiting part of your life mushed into one after the
That
fun
sounds
part.
awful.
No.
Purgatory.
No, thank you.
Hmm.
The blurs day without the like chaos.
But yeah, tomorrow I want to talk about the words you used, things you can't control,
Yeah.
and I don't want to tackle it from like a how to cope. I want
No,
to tackle
I
it
want
with
to be angry about it.
yes,
I want to be angry.
me too, because I'm unmedicated and I could
Yeah.
be ragey. I'll be so ragey,
Something's
dude.
still out. It's right there.
It's probably swelling.
No, it's out.
Let me see.
Feel.
Oh yeah, just like get over there.
Yeah.
Need like a chisel.
Itch. Like I can feel this tendon is getting stuck somewhere.
Yeah, you can see it like
Yeah.
shooting up to the.
Fucking bodies are dumb and I hate it. I'm mad about the things I can't control.
Let's
Or what did I say? It wasn't control. It was I'm mad about the things I can't help.
right.
Like I can't help it, but I'm pissed off about it.
Let's preface it with maybe we had an episode called "Make It a Moment." Can we just call this one "The Moment"?
Yeah. The moment.
Because we need to take the moment to like
Yes.
be
Things I
upset.
can't help.
Well, you put that at the top so I don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
I will completely forget.
The moment. I was gonna put it there with the star, but now there's a stair.
There's a
A
stair.
stair. There's a stair
That's Fred
there.
Astaire right there.
There's a stair there. Fick it.
How?
I don't know.
I don't know. Here,
It's so
just
bother.
try pulling.
Okay.
I want to feel it. I don't know. Yeah, it feels like a twist, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like something is just not sitting correctly.
Mm-mm. No. And it's in a weird spot too. Like,
Yeah. Oh well.
wait, Jen's good at this. Jen's good at the stupid
What is
dumb
the-
things where
I
she
need
just
the
does something
thumb.
weird.
Oh. Wait.
Oh, you got it?
No. But I figured out part of what the problem is. Well, the thumb is all the way the frick down here. That's part of the issue. The thumb is way off in La La Land.
Here was my mood earlier. Just start here.
I don't think he is. Oh, there's the bipolar. Well, you know what I have? Wait, I shouldn't.
A
Wait.
gun?
No.
Oh.
You say that on YouTube?
Gunpla. It's a Japanese models. Gunpla. I just said it. My bad. I said it wrong. Gunpla.
Don't ask stupid questions. I don't.
Austin asked me earlier today, can I eat on stream? Are there rules about this on Twitter? I was like, or on Twitter, on Twitch? I was like, no, you're fine. You can eat. And then he proceeds to go on break to eat anyways.
know for a fact there are people who are out there doing like those crazy, insane, feasty things. I don't like the word
Oh, the
mukbang. I hate it. Ugh.
It's
Just
Korean.
the word
It's just a Korean word.
makes me upset.
It's the English pronunciation of the Korean word is the problem.
Well, and the connotation.
Mukbang.
So that's better.
I
But
think it's more how you say it. She's got a thing out right here in a weird spot.
there's the bone, and it's not to where it's supposed to be. Something moved like immediately. That's funny. Oh yeah, there it is. Ooh. I'm sorry, I made myself slippery.
No, the eyes.
No.
We had a conversation about someone's doing it right when they can feel with their fingers.
Yeah, when you can see, with your
fingers.
hands and you're
Yeah.
not like
I watched Jen do it and I
there.
was like,
Yes,
she's doing it.
right. See, you can feel it, right? What is that and why? Why is that?
See, I thought maybe a twisting motion, but I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, something set a little bit.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Are these phalanges or are the toes phalanges?
I think they're all phalanges, aren't they?
Are the toes phalanges?
Yes, I think so.
Or maybe they're all digits.
They're digits for sure.
That feels better. Thank you. That helped a lot, actually.
Randy said what I was thinking.
What?
Let me Google that for you.
I
that feels
almost
better.
just asked Google.
Okay. Hi, Ruth.
Hello. Did Chris tell you what happened to me?
Oh, she has no idea about your
Oh
adventure.
no.
6 phalanges in the human body?
Really?
Is a phalange just something that hangs off of you?
Sure. 3 phalanges are in each toe,
Oh, they're bones, I guess.
exception of the big toe, which only possess 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell her after the stream?
Yeah. I'll tell you after. It sucks and I hate it.
I don't know.
Happy.
You might want to talk about it on here. You could use, friendly
I
terms.
can.
Hello,
yeah.
world.
Hello, world.
But Ruth is here, and Ruth, I think, has at least knowledge on
Hey,
that thing.
Riss.
It's Riss. Hi, Riss.
How are you feeling? I know you had a fever.
Oh, that's no good. Thanks, love.
Thank
The
you.
episodes are uploading. And it's about, last week was about how to self-check. Like
Oh,
how
yeah,
to,
yeah. Check yourself.
Yeah.
Before you completely wreck your body.
Mhm.
Or do both. I don't know.
Check
Be
your
Say, I
bad at
think
everything.
that's how wreck my body.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware my skin could overheat that much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a horrible feeling, isn't it?
It
when
really
your
is.
skin gets hot.
Yes, and you're like burning your own self.
Yeah, you feel it. You're like,
And you're
oh.
like, ugh. And then you're like trying to lay down, but anything that is close to itself is like
Superheating.
on fire.
Yeah.
Blech. It's
Yeah.
gross. I hate it. I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Chris, what is your
gonna
profile
taste
picture?
Interesting.
Oh, that might just be you.
Herself.
Yeah, okay.
Hair seal.
I was just wondering. I
had to
couldn't tell
look.
from a distance.
I had to look. It's okay.
Ugh.
Are you feeling any better, or are we still going through it? Mm,
Been there.
this hand is just not wanting to do anything.
No. I'm wondering if something wasn't out before and you just like triggered everything.
Probably.
The domino effect
Mhm.
happened and
Cascade.
yeah.
Yep.
Was it Mexican Domino's?
No. No. Unfortunately.
No, it was a Mexican standoff
In her hand.
between myself and myself and myself.
Now I feel
Mm.
worse.
Aw,
And me.
I can't end you. That would be bad. I love you. I'm sorry.
I love you by proxy, I guess. I care about you because she cares about
Right.
you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's my transitivity.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
How are you doing, Ruth?
Been on a wild
I love you too.
emotional roller coaster about my health this week, but at this
Ah.
moment, I'm on an upswing.
Okay, good.
Well,
I was
that's
like, we can't
something.
all be horrible at the same time. That's not okay.
Well, it's a good thing then we weren't meeting on Discord yesterday morning because yesterday
Aw.
morning my mood was dark.
Yeah.
Aw.
But when you think you've tried everything,
Yeah.
and then you say, "Well, what if 2 doses of Miralax a day isn't enough,
Yeah.
and I actually need to be taking 3?" And then that appears to be the magic number.
Oh my God. Of course.
And I'm like, why? Why? Why is it
Okay.
this bad?
It's so funny though because I had the same moment this week about my medications in general, like a couple of them.
Yeah.
Like I'm frustrated about them, I'm angry about them. Like finding the sweet, I'm like
angry.
frustrated that it's a thing I have to deal with.
Yeah.
And like
Oh,
You're
yeah.
tied to it forever.
yeah.
I
Like,
started making like a state transition diagram of all my interdependencies of the stuff I'm trying to work out right now. I'm like, no wonder I
Yeah.
can't get this
Mhm.
straight because this is too much to have in my head at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. I don't know. My guts fell out of me yesterday.
Oh dear. And the kind of out of you where you're going to be seeing a special surgeon soon.
Yeah, that. But I'm pretending it didn't happen because I found out that like I talked to Kaiser today and they were like ER and I was like no. I was like urgent care and they were like yeah, but they're also going to send you to the ER for surgery and I was like no. So we're going to let it ride and see what happens.
What kind of prolapse did you have?
Mm,
But
That's the
you could say but.
yeah.
The female kind or the not
No.
female
Or the,
kind?
yeah, there you
No,
go.
the not female kind, the
The girl
universal,
butt.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
the universal
Um,
prolapse. So
That's
my
the
guts.
name of my
Well,
band.
there's more than one way you can
Yes.
have a non-gender
Oh, I'm
specific
so
prolapse,
sorry.
but I was just trying to
It's fine.
come up with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. I was like, and it was weird because like earlier, I had been like, I think I was in the hammock and I had this weird sensation.
Mhm.
And I was like, it feels like all of my guts are just shifting around. And then it was like, I feel like my guts are falling into my pelvis. And then lo and behold, that is exactly what is happening.
Ugh.
So I'm
Your
not
word choice.
Yeah.
I know it's not. I don't want to
falling
make fun
into
of
my
it,
pelvis.
but lo and behold, it's like, bro,
Uh,
bro, you couldn't have picked a better phrase.
Yeah, I could tell you all kinds of stuff about some of my problems, but I might not want to immortalize them in YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Agreed.
more of a
Yeah.
private conversation.
I'm like,
kinda.
this
Yeah.
is for posterity.
Fair.
I don't know. I have no dignity
Yeah.
left. It's
I
gone.
will just say that some of the surgeries that are possible can only be done once,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that
ever.
before.
Yes, and whether or not that applies in this state, I don't know,
Hmm.
but I would highly recommend having that part of the conversation
Yeah.
before you go through everything,
Right.
because yeah, I don't know what alternative.
Yeah,
I don't know
there's
what.
not.
Yeah,
But there's not.
There isn't
well,
one.
Everybody was like, everybody I've talked to so far was like, surgeon. And I was like, no, it's my
well,
birthday. I'm not doing that today.
happy
I
birthday.
know.
Hmm. You know, there's so many groups on Facebook, and I know you're
Mhm.
probably not a fan of support groups,
Yeah.
but I'll just say for people that don't want to deal with Western medicine for stuff, support groups
That's
actually
fair.
have a surprising number of ideas.
Mm, yep.
Whether or not any of them are good and you like them is a whole other conversation.
Right.
I just want to say, for the record, we don't hate support groups or
No,
Facebook
no, no.
support groups. We hate the
No,
lack of
toxicity
the
that can be
dynamics.
bred
Yeah.
inside of it. Yeah.
Well, and the lack
Yes.
of community
No,
part.
Like,
no.
it's hard for me to
Yeah.
scroll through to find the answer I need without getting angry about other posts, and then I
Mhm.
don't want to post about it. I just get angry, and it's like, eh.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you for being more precise and accurate than I was in the
Oh, I
moment.
know. I didn't want that to be like the perception.
Right,
We're
right.
Fantastic Pains and we hate support groups.
We hate Facebook.
Yeah,
Meta.
that's close enough to yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Mm. But yeah, this week is like, why, God, why?
Yeah.
Yes, I learned many alternative ways of doing things
Hmm.
in the middle there before I had the surgery.
Yeah.
Not all of which you want to tell your mother or share with the general public.
Yeah. I
I
can
will
imagine
just
so.
also make the observation that should you have friends, like coworkers, that
Oh.
maybe have children, there might be somebody there who's got some ideas too.
I went and I talked to my boss today because I was like, you need to know that this is happening just in case, like, I have
Mhm.
to go away for surgery. And I told her what was going on. She was like, that is one of the few things I know what that means. I was like, okay. And she was like,
Yeah.
I want to cry for you. Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about undignified. Having to tell your boss. Ugh.
Yep. Yep.
That
Yep.
your
No,
boss
but
You
you made the
know,
good call.
I did not tell my boss a lot of what was going on
Mhm.
during a lot of this. However, he's not an idiot,
Yeah.
and I know he had some general idea of what was going on. And I thought, what he cares about, he doesn't care what the problem is or anything like that. As long as I'm showing up and doing the work,
Right.
he will overlook certain other things, like
Yeah.
maybe she's taking a really long time in the bathroom, or maybe she's ducking out to her car a lot, or
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
as long as I came back to work.
What was recovery like?
6 weeks of no work, nothing, can't lift anything longer. I could not lift anything heavier than 10 pounds. I think I also had restrictions on how far I could lean over. It was like there was no way I could lie down in bed and
Aw.
sit back up again
Mhm.
because of the abdominal muscles involved. And
Yeah.
thankfully, I had a recliner I could sleep in.
Oh, okay. Did you have
But
the surgery done abdominally?
yes,
Yeah.
well,
That's the one that I've seen like the
yeah.
most success with.
Hmm.
Because they said the other one has a 1 in 4 chance of failure.
Wow.
Yeah.
The thing there too is that okay, this is going to sound weird.
We're already
When you're
in
looking
it.
for a surgeon, find someone with very small hands. petite stature, because that's directly related to how big of an incision they have to make.
Mm.
And
Well,
that's directly related to your recovery.
Mhm.
I wonder too, because I've seen that like arthroscopy is like an option now.
Hmm.
Not arthroscopy, but like scope.
Yeah,
Scope,
scope,
pancreas
yeah.
scope
Right.
is an option now.
And you may have more options than I did, but
Yeah.
my prolapse was such that there was no option but for someone to stick their hand in and pull my organs back up and then attach them where they needed to be. They could do everything else laparoscopically, but that one piece of grab it and pull it up. And I
Right.
think, you
No,
know,
it
I never
makes
really
sense.
investigated it, but I think it's just, there is just so much else there.
Yeah.
And you might want those other organs
Yep.
sometimes.
I mean, not really, but
Well, it's like
I mean,
my
I
scope,
need
my
them.
hip scope. They had to open it really wide to get their hand in.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just recovering. I don't remember how long it was before I could lift 20 pounds,
Jeez.
but it was a long time. My husband had to constantly be on me, and of course, the fact that he'd had a similar level of intrusive surgery in terms of his incision was actually far worse than mine.
Oh wow.
But the fact that he'd had something similar, he kind of already knew
Right.
Yeah.
what. And then diet afterwards was challenging,
Yeah. That part I have
as
seen.
was and there's, I mean, you're already dealing with dietary restrictions, and now you're adding more dietary restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to think about that. And
yeah. We're just gonna pretend
you
it
know,
didn't
but
happen and let it ride. That's the plan so far. That's what we're
yeah,
gonna
to
do.
a certain. Well, and I'm trying to think. I want to say there's some stuff that could help, but I may be confusing other things, other types of prolapse, and what you can do with that
Right.
versus this one. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do some more research and see, but it's like I don't have time for this right now. I don't have time for
Well,
this.
and the other thing, you know, depending on your relationship with scar tissue and that kind of stuff, is, you know, I would consider, like that one book, Disjointed, had quite a bit about planning for surgery and scar tissue and everything,
Yeah.
and trying to get somebody who would pay attention to that.
Yeah.
You
You know,
especially with
look
the
at
abdominal scarring.
Yeah. Well, and now I know at least enough to like get my massage therapist on board, like right away, break it all up, quick, before it all forms.
Right.
So I'm
But,
aware now, so that helps. And then I have somebody who can help me do that.
Does your massage therapist do visceral manipulation, or do you think that person would be willing to learn it?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
like, this man has literally had his hands inside of me from the outside. It's very strange to be like, here, let me move your organs over so I can grab this muscle.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm gonna touch your diaphragm from way out
And
here.
if he doesn't or can't, PT, a lot of PT will do it.
Oh, that's true.
Well, it's not as easy to find somebody by this criteria because they don't really list it all off.
Yeah.
Right.
But the thing is that there's a lot to positioning you so that they can get their hands in there to work on the scar tissue. And some of it's really creative. I mean, it just amazed me. Like, I had to get in this weird kind of slouchy position, but it's sort of really, really slouching, so she could get her hand underneath my rib.
You like soften up the abdominal wall so you can get in there. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And she was able to get up there, for example, and get where she could tell that my liver had scar tissue to my diaphragm and deal with that.
Yeah.
But you know, if you can get the right person who will learn those things, they won't necessarily know what I'll call the reading part, which is figuring out where the scar tissue is based on what is or isn't moving. I mean, if a good massage therapist will be able to figure out the basic stuff, I have no doubt about that. But then there's kind of a not basic part,
Right.
which is what's the normal rhythm of movement of the intestines and your organs?
Mm-hmm.
When is it abnormal? And what do you do? Which direction do you need to move it when it's not right? You know, that all, there's a lot of art to that part, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, and I'm trying to figure out how to like go about it where it's not going to be an emergent surgery because I don't want to go and have surgery in the ER. That's expensive.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think they'll give you surgery in
Right.
the
And I'm like,
ER.
it's not emergent.
I really
It's
don't.
not.
I feel like emergent would be like a continual type thing.
Well, and I think the guy I was talking to was more concerned because he was like, "You're too young for prolapse," and then I had to remind him and be
Right.
like, "It's not uncommon for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome." And then he was like,
Mhm.
"You're absolutely right. That is true."
Yeah.
And I was like, "There we go, buddy."
Yeah.
But no, I think
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh yeah, you're really young and that's weird and that shouldn't be happening." But yeah, no, I was like, "But I also have
Well,
connective tissue disorder and my stuff moves around just by itself anyway."
I would be so tempted to say yes, but I'm this many years in dog years or
Yeah.
something, you know?
Yeah.
I'm really old in dog years.
Um,
And I
when they're
realize that's
breaking
just
up,
my sense of humor.
when they're working on scar tissue,
Mhm.
do they like internally, like when it's like liver
Uh-huh.
scars or internal scars? I don't know.
Mhm.
What are they working the tissue or are they pressing through the tissue onto something? I've always wondered this. Like, is it?
It's more like when you breathe,
Mhm.
it should gently move back and forth a certain way.
Mhm.
And so then they take advantage of your breath
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
the move, you know, to try to get it to start moving in the proper way.
Okay. Okay. So it's kind of like, yeah, that makes breaking it up and then
'Cause
realigning it, and
when he was working through the scar tissue on like from my hips,
yeah,
it was a lot of like finding where the scar tissue root was.
yeah,
Because you know how it turns into
Yeah.
this like
yeah,
column
yeah.
of scar tissue that lives there. So he would go underneath it, find the root of it, and then he's really good. He's not like a like
Yeah, yeah,
massage
yeah.
therapist. He's a very like find it, target it, hold,
Right. Let it.
and then let it come apart nicely and slowly, and then it breaks apart, and then
Other,
he moves on.
the other option would be that you bite the bullet, pay the price for a person who really knows it,
Mhm.
basically to identify where your problem areas are,
Mhm.
take copious notes, a friend who's good at anatomy or, you know, something, and then take that information back to your physical therapist.
Right.
Because in my opinion, the difficult part is identifying which thing needs to be worked on and how.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and
And
that's
then
exactly it.
I
It's
think
like
for,
no, go ahead.
well, the actual working on it, you can get a book and you can look at the book and you can see how it is that you work on it. But
Mhm.
it's the identification of the original. Like I kept having the root of my mesentery kink up.
Mhm.
Did I know that I had a root of my mesentery? Did I know what it was like for it to be straight versus kinked up? You know, of course not.
Yeah.
I had no clue. But you know, once I knew that that was the problem, and
Mhm.
basically every time I went, she unkinked it for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, that helped a lot.
Yep.
You know, gives you something to start with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
These are good things to know, especially since if you're going to be able to like give it time, like for
Yeah.
planning. It's not urgent.
Right.
Like this is all good.
Yeah.
No, because my intestines prolapsed the Sunday after Thanksgiving
Oh my God.
1 year. Well, because think about it, I'd eaten more
Mm-hmm.
because of Thanksgiving, and on top of that, I had taken the opportunity for days off to start a new medicine because I
Oh.
don't start that just willy nilly,
Right.
Yeah.
and so I didn't have it identified, diagnosed properly, and tests run where they characterized how bad it was so they could figure out the scope of the surgery.
Yeah.
until maybe early February.
Uh-huh.
And then I cut myself and I had an open wound and they would not operate on
Oh,
me
yeah.
until the wound healed.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
that was another month. And so I did not have surgery until late April.
Yeah. Well, and I know that it's
So
not like an
far, it was,
emergency.
right, it was urgent-ish.
Right.
Yeah.
I would make sure, because I don't know for this particular thing, I would make sure if there's any potentially life-threatening or gut-threatening, I should say, thing that can go wrong because it's prolapse.
Yeah.
Like if it twists and herniates or
Right. I
something.
know that it can
Because,
strangulate.
Yeah.
And that can be
right,
a
and so
big thing.
like what are the symptoms? At what
Mhm.
point is it an emergency? Make sure you know that, and everyone around you knows that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So, total topic switch.
Yes.
I have a present for you in my hand.
Yes.
Jen has a friend
Oh.
who was making charms, like keychains.
Yeah.
And did a Kickstarter for a set.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of different designs, and we had to like help her do some of the design work. Like I gave some advice on like she had one that has like things in it.
Yeah.
And you can like shake it
Oh,
and they move
fun.
around. And I was like, well, you should make the windows bigger so you can see them more.
Uh-huh.
And it also the proportions looked weird. So she made the changes. And then the Kickstarter came in.
Uh-huh.
Keep in mind this was a Kickstarter, so this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Kickstarter happened a bit back.
Yeah.
But she got a thing for me and a thing for you.
Uh-huh.
And it's really cool.
Uh-huh.
But it'll make more sense when you open it why it's like, okay. So there's that.
Okay.
And again, her friend made it. It's really cool. I like it a lot. I like mine a lot,
Am I
at least.
smart enough to open it? Oh, cute. That's cute.
Right? Little holographic guy,
That's really cute. Aw,
right?
that's very cute. I like that. Was that a dweeb thing?
Hey,
No, this was
That's cute. I like that.
I
a
can't
lot.
remember her friend's name now. It's
Wow.
I know this friend. I talked to her. Like we play games and stuff.
Oh, okay. Like a Jen friend.
Yeah,
yeah.
one of Jen's RP buddies, basically.
Gotcha. That's cool. I
Someone
really
she's known
like
for
that.
years and years.
That's really neat.
Yeah. It's a
so
Starbucks cup.
pretty.
And we don't get Starbucks anymore.
oh,
No, I got my free one today for my birthday, and it was like a $10 drink.
Nice.
I
really?
was like, I'm not gonna
Wow.
spend money on you, but I will take your free stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
That's
I got one too.
cool.
I have a matching one.
I like that a lot. That's really cool.
I just really like them. The little holographic, just
Yeah.
a little bit. And so she has a Taco Bell one
Oh, cute.
that has like the Taco Bell building and little tacos inside of it. And I was like, you should make it bigger so they move.
Yeah.
And it was cool.
No, I like it, and it's like it's rounded, but it's got an edge.
Yeah.
Like, texturally, I like this a lot.
It feels
for
good,
some
right?
reason.
Like
yeah.
just holding it.
Yeah, like the base, it comes to this like rounded
Yeah.
edge.
They turned out really good.
They're really cool.
I don't know what the whole set looks like, but these are cool.
They're very cute.
I had mine hanging on my mic for the longest time, like in the
Nice.
office. Longest time.
That's
like all
so
week. We
cute.
got
Happy
this.
birthday.
Thank you. Is that's
It's
Miss
Riss.
Hi, Miss again. Happy birthday? Question mark? Yes, it is my birthday.
She's so
Yeah.
old.
I'm very old. And then my boss was like, "She's a baby," and I was like, "No one's referred to me as a baby for a
I-
minute."
I think, what are you, half my age?
I don't know.
Just
Susan.
about.
Yeah.
31. Yeah.
hmm I'll be 61 this year.
Oh
So.
wow. So yeah, pretty close. Cute.
Right? They're just cool.
I didn't leave. I'm just listening, dazed and confused.
I'm
Yeah, there's a lot of
sorry.
info.
I'm sure you're like
We're keeping it real though.
got the fever confusion too.
Oh yeah. I'm sure this has got to be fun to process.
Oh.
But like we're just open about the stuff we're going through. Like
Yeah.
I had sepsis, which
Mhm.
almost killed me, and like that 2 days after I was out of the hospital, I was like,
It was
live
like, let's
stream.
stream. We were like, yeah, he almost died.
Psychopath. What's wrong
Jerk.
with me? That was a
Stop
crazy
with that
time.
almost dying thing.
I needed
all right?
normalcy though. I really needed
Yes.
normal.
Well, and I figured you did.
Mhm.
And when he came home, he wanted to do it that night, and I was like, "You need to sleep for like a full day.
Yeah.
You need to do nothing
Sleep, which was a
for a
terrifying
full
prospect.
day." I know, because you were so traumatized, you didn't want to sleep.
No, yeah, sleep was not it.
Oh.
Sleep for chance to dream.
Well, and see,
Um,
now you're afraid to sleep, and I'm afraid to go to the bathroom. It's fun. It's really fun things that are happening in our lives.
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I discovered Perry bottles,
Oh, yes.
and the shower was my friend.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you said to shower with your friend, and I was like,
Mhm.
why?
Because they can help.
No,
don't
I
they?
spent
Which friend?
way more time in
Yeah.
the shower.
Yeah, I believe it. Well, and like the biggest problem right now is that like I can feel the crazy fullness way down deep in my pelvis,
Mhm.
and it's like it's almost like really bad period cramps.
Hmm.
Almost.
I spend a
Not
lot of
quite.
time in downward dog.
Yeah, it's a lot of like it feels like pushing,
Mhm.
but then there's sharpness too
Yeah.
on top of it. It's just uncomfortable
I
in general.
I wonder if there is a good sleeping position or altitude to try.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like if you were slightly with the lower half of your body elevated just slightly,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so
I
that
was
you
like,
didn't
release
have
that
that
pressure.
feeling all
it's
night.
like I'm just
Yeah.
gonna get on the inversion table and
I
live
was
there.
literally about to say something about that.
I can't access mine right now. It's buried.
I have one that Kaylee got me
Where is it?
in the garage.
Oh, so it's not like far, far away.
Oh,
Okay.
I was
That might
supposed
be
to
nice.
ask. I think the headrest piece for it, like a pillow or whatever, is still at my parents' house. Do you want that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll see if they still have it.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say ask Ruth really, like if an inversion table is like a bad idea or a good idea. 'Cause,
No,
like
it
it feels
should
like
be
it would
fine.
release pressure
Because
at least.
literally, I've been worried about this, not this specific thing, but the dissension of my organs
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
And so I've been kind of
Mhm.
keeping an eye on it because I've been like, all my stuff is sinking, and I absolutely know it is because I can feel my body.
Yeah.
But I hadn't like done anything about it or anything. But I have seen that like inversion table can help to get
Okay.
temporary relief. There's also like you can do downward dog with your legs up, like propped on something.
Yeah. So you
So
get
that
more.
you get, yeah. So like you kneel basically and then lean off of something essentially.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like I know there are things that can help to relieve it, but like driving is awful. Driving is absolutely awful. I don't know what the deal is there, but I hate it.
Do
It's not
you
fun.
think this is at all related to some of the pelvic pain you've been dealing with?
I wonder. I have wondered if like the pressure,
Because that just seems awfully
Yeah.
coincidental.
It
right?
really
Well,
does.
and if there are adhesions, if they're being pulled
Pulled.
on,
That's what I was
yeah,
thinking. Like,
Mm.
if they're
yeah.
being pulled on, and all
You're
of
getting that
this pain
slow,
in my guts.
like, and they'd be slowly breaking.
Well,
as-
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
and but you remember when I had mine done, they went and cut out a bunch of adhesions
Yeah.
because it was my appendectomy scar tissue
Mm-hmm.
that had basically glued together all of my small intestine,
Yeah.
and it had also gotten stuck to the inside of the abdominal cavity.
Yeah. Well, that
And
like
so they
I was just like I'm also worried about having the surgery because I know that surgery can cause more adhesions.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's a vicious cycle of doom because
but
they're not supposed to use heat inside of your abdominal cavity. That's the problem. If they went in there and they just like snipped things, everything would be better off.
But they got to cauterize everything.
But exactly. And when they use heat and they
well,
don't wet everything, then you form adhesions.
Like my back.
well, that's why I think you need to look at something like the book Disjointed
Yeah.
and the recommendations they have for surgery, and they've got some really good detailed recommendations, like
Okay.
what material is the best suturing material, what surgical positions might be most comfortable for somebody whose joints constantly dislocate.
Right.
You know, the information I have not seen anywhere else.
Oh,
But the
cool.
other
Okay.
thing is that if you can have a conversation with someone that actually respects your EDS and your scar
Yeah.
tissue, unlike me, there
Yeah.
is a film that they use to inhibit the growth of scar tissue.
Really?
Really?
And yeah, and I basically wanted them to wrap everything in my gut with it, and he wouldn't do it.
You're like, put
I'm
some
like, why
saran
not?
wrap down there, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, there are specific things they can do
Yeah.
to try to inhibit the scar tissue. And I don't know for sure that you can ever talk anybody into it, but by golly, I'd have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I like, I just don't know. I don't know. And I'm sure
Yeah.
I have to get with, like, I don't know who I need to talk to take the non-urgent care emergency route. Do I need
You
to get
can-
back with gastro and
you
then
can
have them
s-
refer
No.
to the
I'd say
surgeon?
go get it emergently looked at, but then you can tell them.
Yeah.
You can stand up for yourself and be like, I'm not doing surgery right now.
Well, the
Yeah.
one thing you could do,
I just need the right referrals. Is the
Yeah.
problem.
I'm going to make a suggestion.
Yeah.
Consider asking your gastro if they'd order a SITZ marker test.
A what?
That's SITZ
SITC.
marker test, preferably not the really abbreviated one, but
Mhm.
there's some where you take the pills 3 times. There's some where you take them 7. And what
Mhm.
you do, those are the radio
Oh
markers
yes.
that are in
Okay.
the capsule.
Yeah.
And because you need to know, and your doctor needs to know, you know about one problem.
Yeah.
You don't know if there's other stuff lurking in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is like one of the basic tests we're going to start with to see how bad it is.
Okay.
Anybody can order it. And then if you have abnormal results, that gives you ammunition to make a case for going to the colorectal surgeon.
Happy birthday,
Okay.
sunflower.
Oh,
Hi. Thank you. How are you, Faye?
that's a good idea though, Ruth.
Yeah. No, I like that. Okay.
Hi, Faye.
How are you? Doing
Hello,
okay?
Faye.
Sitting.
Yeah.
Sitting is much better than standing.
Shitting.
It's the opposite of standing.
Shitting is the
Oh.
opposite of standing.
The other thing is you absolutely should not sit on a cushion with a hole in the middle.
Oh. Yes.
No, I'm serious.
Get
No
one with
hemorrhoid
a little
pads.
peak, a little peak in the
No,
middle.
because the doctor said people sit on it because they sort of feel better, but it actually can make the problem worse.
Makes sense. No support. You're putting pressure
Yeah,
in the
no,
area
thank
around
you.
surgery.
Mhm.
Gravity is not my friend currently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be real honest, it snowed and it zapped out of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We're all dying. It's all horrible.
Yeah.
everything
Tomorrow's
is-
episode's going to be a rant. So look forward to that next week.
Yeah. We're going to do I'm just mad about the things I can't help. I can't help it, but I'm pissed off about it.
Well, it's like we said before,
Yeah.
Take
Make it a
the-
moment.
feel it, but make it a moment.
Right.
This is going to be our moment.
This is the moment. Ugh. Fully feel.
There's some highly specialized tests I may order for you.
Uh-huh.
You may not want me to describe them right now.
Fair.
I mean, I won't have any dignity by the time this thing is ended. So
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. But I can elaborate
So sad for my future
if
self.
needed.
Well, you remember the catheter story? I mean, I've been there, man.
Oh no!
We
Oh
thought
no!
about that
This is worse than the catheter story.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, we're in it, you know?
There is no
Uh-huh.
dignity in medicine.
No.
Right. sometimes they put a contrast into your intestines. And you know what fluoroscopy is, right?
Yeah.
They have you do different maneuvers under fluoroscopy so they can tell how your muscles are working. And yes, it's what you think it is.
They're like, okay, go over there and do some jumping jacks.
No.
No, I know.
No,
That's
you're
so-
on a, I don't even know how to explain it.
Pull your knees
know what
to
it-
your chest.
You know what a tilt table is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Did you know they have little toilets they strap to those things?
Oh, God.
I do now.
Yep.
This never happened. Okay. Like, it
Happy
never
birthday
happened.
party popper, confetti ball balloon party face wrapped present, birthday cake wrapped present party face balloon confetti ball party popper.
Hi, Rogue.
Thank you. That's perfect. I'm glad it read it all out. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, no. This is the weirdest
So they put
birthday
you on
I've
the
ever
tilt
had.
table. So they put you on the tilt table so they can introduce the contrast, the contrast, and then they can tilt you vertical.
They swish it around.
I hate
They just
my
put you on a
life.
carnival ride. They're like,
Oh,
or one of those gyroscopes. So like, yeah.
It's the one where they spin you really fast and you're
Yeah.
like on the edge.
Stuck to the wall.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But then you have to do downward dog while
Yeah.
sticking to the wall.
And then bring your knees to your chest.
No.
And it's a lengthy test. Can take up to 3 hours. And they can get a lot of really interesting data out of it.
I'm going to sue for damages to my emotional state. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Things worked out with my boss, though.
Yeah, on a brighter
I'm
note.
glad.
Yeah. I had a really good meeting with admin yesterday, I think.
Thank God.
Yeah. Finally.
Well, and it kind of cleared up where people stand.
Yes.
You have a better understanding of where your boss
Oh,
sits
yeah.
and where other people in the mix
Mhm.
are involved.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
Yeah. And who not to speak to or trust or give any information to. And
Yeah.
when they ask, how are
Oh.
you? You don't answer.
yeah.
Just say,
Don't.
I am.
Don't answer. You're just like, yeah.
Tired. Just say tired. Always tired.
Hello, grinning
I
face
love
with
it.
smiling eyes, thumbs up sign glad. It read it as well give you the gift of a smile on your birthday.
Yeah.
I appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids got it that it was my birthday for a lot of the day. Like I had kids like, happy birthday. Oh, it's your birthday, miss?
Yeah.
And that was fine. And then my coworkers caught on like right around lunchtime. And it was funny because I had the one coworker who texted in the group and he was like, happy birthday, you sneaky bastard. Because I made it through most of the day
Yeah.
without getting caught.
Well, I messaged. I was. I didn't want to not say it.
Oh, I know. And well, and
When I messaged you, I messaged her, and my question, like, it occurred to me. I was like, I was really worried about the thing that happened to her. So
Yeah.
I was like, I should preface this. So I was like, number one, happy birthday. Number two, how are you doing?
Especially making that one number 2.
Yeah, exactly. Ruth got it. And the number
I
three
have
was
been
just,
in.
are we podcasting? Are we streaming tonight?
Amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but
it was like a flood right around noon where it was like happy birthdays, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And then everybody
In
in the
chat,
group
yeah.
chat was like,
That's
it's just
cute.
funny. So everybody was like, oh, wait, it's your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Because then Diana was the one who told everybody, threw me right under the bus.
Yep.
And then that
Did
one.
Did I tell you my favorite birthday song to sing in a group?
Oh, no. What is it?
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yes.
You sang that on my birthday. I was very appreciative.
We do that one. I
Appreciative.
like that one. I also like the Viking dirge.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
May the candles on your cake burn like cities in your wake. Happy birthday.
I like singing. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba Rey David y las muchachas bonitas en la cantaba así. Despierto, mi bien despierto, mira que amaneció. Ya los pájaros cantan, la luna ya se metió. Anyway, it's been a long
I
time
like
since I
that.
sang it, and I normally would sing the death camp, but without anyone to sing the regular melody, then it
Yeah.
gets over.
Cute.
We called her out on the episode.
Oh yeah. 'Cause it's
In the
gonna come
episode
out
even. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode.
and then he called me out last week and was like, "Your birthday was yesterday in the future." You're playing with it, and I'm jealous. So I gotta play with mine now.
It just feels good, man. I like
Oh,
Tap tap.
Chris, you were complaining about how short the chain was on the necklace that you
Yeah.
got.
Oh yeah.
You know you can buy necklaces extenders.
Really? Just an like a
Yeah, it's
a
just like a
double clip kinda
couple
thing?
inches or 5 inches or whatever you want.
Hmm.
I should
If you ever
grab
wanted to
one.
make it
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
work.
Cool.
I'll grab one of those. I bet they're on Amazon.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
I use some of them as guard chains for necklaces that tend to come undone.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
We're so vain. We have the stream up like 3 times.
Well, it's not vanity. It's trying to make sure that the chat actually does its job.
I know.
Because
It's
we're
just
scared
funny.
that we're gonna ignore somebody.
We have so many like
This is
like
such
views of
quality,
us.
like clippy too.
Mhm.
What? What is this? It's beautiful.
This is what you get
And
on
it's, like,
Kickstarter.
lightweight. Doesn't weigh a ton.
No, and it doesn't have like a very obvious seam like on the
Right.
side.
I was looking at that earlier. It's like it's nice. It's just nice.
It's good
Good
quality.
stuff. My kid yelled at me because he was like, "Ooh, you went to Starbucks," and I was like, "Actually, it
Birthday.
was free, so I didn't give them any money."
You took money.
It was like I made it like a $10 drink. I put like 3 extra shots in there,
No, I didn't drink it.
and then I threw it away. No,
That's what you meant when you
I
had a bunch
definitely
of coffee
drank
earlier.
yeah,
I get
Poured
it.
it out on the table.
in front of them.
And then you're like, I'm sorry. I know this isn't your fault. Let me clean this up.
That would be exactly how that would go. Oh, I saw a TikTok the other day of a guy, a Starbucks barista, and he was like in the TikTok was like, "Guys, good job with the boycott. It's so slow here." It was very cute. It was like, "Yeah." Even the baristas are on board.
Oh. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw a video on TikTok that was like, if somebody gives you a gift card, just go buy like the cheapest thing you can find, and then tip. Use the rest of the balance as a tip.
Oh, that's smart.
I like that.
I
That's
might
really
I
smart.
might
'Cause I have
do
a ton of gift
that
cards.
tomorrow because I still have a balance on my Starbucks account.
Yeah.
$45 freaking dollars in that account. I gotta figure out what the heck to do with it. Like, do with
Yeah.
it.
Something.
And then I have gift cards, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I paid $6 for this
Mm,
today, so
and
that
they're
was
good.
good. Yeah, because I had a freebie.
Freebie.
Freebie! Birthday freebies!
Yeah,
As a kid,
go tip the baristas because they're not getting much business, which means they're not getting much tips.
Fair. Yeah,
right. As a
that's
kid,
true.
I used to play a game, like an RPG,
Uh-huh.
and it would give me freebies, and I didn't know what that meant. But I would scream it every time because I was excited. I was like I should have been able to piece it together with context. Like, you're getting a free one. But I was like, a freebie! Don't know what that
I don't know.
means. What
I
is a
just like the
freebie?
word.
Like, I thought it meant
It's a
something.
fun
Like,
word.
specific. Like, a
Oh,
different
it was
thing.
a word.
You're
like,
right.
for something. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like
It's
it was
a
a
word
mechanic I
for
didn't understand. You know, like some
Yeah.
intricate JRPG mechanic. Oh, if you do this and this, you get a freebie. Oh, what's a freebie, you ask?
Freebie.
No. It was just a free thing.
Oh, just a free thing.
Yeah.
What a disappointment.
I was shocked, I think, the first time I heard someone use it in like conversation.
Yeah.
It's like, you know freebies?
Oh,
Freebies.
You know what a freebie is?
You know, free.
It's like BOGO.
Exactly. You know freebies? Bro.
It's like BOGO.
Mm-hmm.
Buy one, get one. Nope, I didn't know what that was. So I was like, what's BOGO? Why are they having a sale for it? I
Yeah.
don't
It's
understand.
a BOGO sale.
Who's BOGO and why are they celebrating them? None of
You
this
don't
makes
know
sense.
BOGO?
I was gonna say
You
I'm
don't know
nauseous,
BOGO?
but it's not nausea. It's my guts
Ugh,
being in the wrong place
at the wrong
at
time.
the wrong time.
On your birthday.
Yeah.
I mean, any time would be the wrong
Anytime would
time.
be the wrong time. That is correct.
I mean, okay. I decided to get sepsis on my son's birthday, so that was the wrong time.
I
Ooh.
forgot it was in April, which means that my face had been acting up for more than a month straight
Yeah,
by the time it stopped.
Yeah.
It was more than
More
it
than
was
a
more
month.
than that.
it was more
So
than
it
a
was
month.
like a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah,
Straight.
I think it was literally 2 months, and then it started to calm down
Yeah.
because that's when we started tracking it, and you started having more breaks in between.
Right. Jesus. And
Free
then
the bees, honeybee.
Free the bees.
see, I'm the kind of person that would say, "Hey, surgeon, as long as you're in there, could
Yeah.
you?" And then fill the
Oh,
blank.
actually, yeah, I tried that once. I asked if they would do something. I think it was on my shoulder.
Uh-huh.
I was like, "Could you maybe do this other?" They're like, "No, we can only do
No.
one."
I know, and Kaiser's probably only going to be able to do the one because
Yeah.
they don't. They
No
don't do
freebies.
No freebies.
While you're in there, I mean, I had a dentist once who did a bunch of fillings after he pulled a tooth because
Oh,
he was a
that's
really sweet
nice.
guy, and he didn't charge me for him.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
He was
I got some
already in there.
freebies.
It's because of your eyes.
Probably.
He
Probably.
was like, I will fill your teeth. Just keep looking at me.
I had a dream. This
You
was
did?
weird.
You had a dream?
Oh, dude, I had a dream.
Not anymore, though.
No, this was a weird dream.
Had a dream
I
and
was really
days
proud of you in this
gone
dream. So me, you, Sophie, and Jen, and then someone else
Uh-huh.
were doing something. We were living our normal lives in an apartment or something.
Face with
Okay.
tears of joy I couldn't resist.
And then the cop showed up. This cop and his partner.
Yeah.
And they were like, "We got you. You're busted for doing illegal shit." And we were like, "We didn't do anything illegal." And then so like this whole drama plays out, and he's like, you're like giving him the sass. You're like, "We're not telling you this. We're not doing this. We know our rights. We're not gonna do this." And like you were arguing for most of the dream. I was like,
Baddie.
"You go. You were baddie." And then they had like video evidence, but then
RW the bees deserve to be free squared, free honeybee.
part of
They
it-
do believe.
part of it was how I talked to like you and Sophie, like
Uh-huh.
how I'm just mean
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah.
like people are when they love each other.
Yeah.
And like, "We caught you on video. Listen to this." And then it was just me being me. The problem with this dream, the cop was very, very, very hot. He was a very hot cop. And all three of us were enamored with this guy. And we were like arguing with him, but then at the same time, we were like, "Wow, he's got really good eyes." It was weird.
Get mad again. I like it.
Please.
That's why I was arguing
finish
so
me.
hard. I was hoping he was going to put me in the cuffs.
Maybe. Maybe.
In
But
the
I
front.
was so proud of you because you were so like insistent. And then you caught him on this technicality of like, well, people can't see the way you're they can't see the way you're emoting when you talk, so they're gonna assume you're bad. You're like, "But they also aren't gonna assume he's bad. They could assume he was being good." And then he was like, "Oh."
Gas.
And then at the end, we all ended up like teaming up against something else. Something bad happened, and he was involved.
I had a flash a minute
weird.
ago about I must have dreamt something last night, but like you and me, and it was dark, and I think we were in a car
Mhm.
and street lamps,
Mhm.
and that's all I remember from the dream. It was just like, you know how it flashes in and out, like
Yeah.
it just shows up in your peripheral vision. Yes,
Oh, I can't wait
frisk
for this.
me, hot cop. I wanted to read it. Do it.
You can frisk me anytime, hot copper.
Exactly.
It was, God, dude, I was flustered when I woke up. I was like, "God, that guy." Oh.
That's fantastic.
Mhm.
I don't know that I've ever been like flustered due to pretty.
That's only happened one time to me in real life, and Kaylee was there.
Yeah, I recall
So
Wait,
the
what?
story, not you.
it's when we went with Vizzy to Crunchyroll convention. I don't
Ugh.
think you were there, but I mean you were there. Like we all went together. But there was that guy
was
who like started
Probably in the
flirting with me.
building.
And then like I couldn't handle his eyes were too intense, and he kept making really intense eye
Oh,
contact, and I was
okay,
like,
yeah, I remember you talking about
right. I
this.
turned bright red, and then I turned to Vizzy. I'm like, Vizzy, you might need to take care of this. And Vizzy was like, no, this is all you. And I was like, damn it,
Help me.
Izzy, no.
not good, you.
Laughing so hard, rolling on the floor laughing.
I was so mad.
It's fantastic.
Mhm.
Oh.
I just am remembering someone in the family's version of how they got rid of unwanted attention.
What's the secret?
This particular person would immediately start scoping out the area and commenting on how hot different girls were.
You're like, I'm definitely not into you or your kind.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep, that was the message that was trying to be sent. I believe
Mhm.
it was sent successfully.
I should have done that when the that professor was hitting on me.
Mm-hmm.
I was too
Professor
flustered
doing
then.
that is asking to get fired.
It wasn't just a
Mm-mm,
professor; he was the head
mm-mm.
of the language department, and I was just trying to get my class
Oh,
changed.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Okay, we can."
He did tell
We
you to
can-
never talk to him again, though.
He did. He said,
Or never look at him
"Never
again.
look at
Yeah.
me again on campus."
Mhm.
We started the interaction with me sitting down and looking at him, and saying, "You have the eyes of a woman," which was a weird start.
Mhm.
And then we talk, and I'm
which
like, "I need to
tells
get this
you
class
he's
moved."
kind of
Yes.
looking all the time.
Mm-hmm. And then it ended with, "Yeah, we can do that. You just have to promise me you'll never look at me on campus."
I would just walk by and be like,
I was happy to not look at him. He gave me weird vibes, dude.
I
I was-
just remembered
yeah,
when
he
we were
was
at that
probably
restaurant.
closeted.
He probably was worried he would do something he'd regret.
He was in the
Exactly.
closet.
Yeah.
I just remember
Not
when we were at
very
that
much.
restaurant, and that lady I knew was like, "Oh my God, your eyes!"
Your eyes. Yeah. Like, yeah, they're
I
mine.
just want to steal your eyes. I don't know what it is. And
Only
your
on good
skin.
days.
Yes,
my
nice
No,
to meet
not
you.
on good days. You had sepsis, and she was like, "Your brother's hot," and I
My
was like,
skin.
"Go away." And then that nurse was like, "Because I'm
Just
brown,
realize
and it's
what time it
confusing for
is.
everyone, and they don't know who I am or why I'm there."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Are you the
I just
second
realized
wife?"
it's past 7, so I'm dropping
Okay.
off.
Oh,
Sorry,
yes.
Ruth.
Okay. Yeah. No,
I know.
that was weird. And I
It's
was like,
all weird.
"No, we're siblings." And she was like, "Oh, okay, good." And I was like, "He's still married."
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
still a first wife.
Ruth was sitting there the whole time.
She was like, "Maybe I could be the second one." I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
No, I'm good.
And she's like, "His eyes and his skin is just so beautiful." And I was like, lady, we're in the ICU
The only person I want to hear that from is Yeti. So
visiting my sibling who tried to die. So
I don't know why
could you
everyone
not?
accuses
He
me of
wasn't, he
trying.
wasn't trying.
There was no effort on my part. I was fighting to not.
It just happened.
Okay, your body tried to die.
Yes, it tried to unalive me,
yeah.
and I was like, "Not today." I mean, I recovered quickly. I fought it.
Yeah, you did. That came in like a wrecking ball and then just swung through.
Yeah,
It was like, "Oh, never mind. Bye."
and then left me with like emotional damage.
Yeah. Emotional.
Just a little bit of
damage.
trauma. Oh, I didn't talk about this on the stream.
Huh.
My blackout.
Oh yeah.
So I've been sick. I've had a cough. This is what's weird to me too, is how quickly it happened.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure how you could. I didn't know you could just black. Okay, so I was just coughing. I was laughing at Sophie's joke. Sophie made a joke. We're sitting there
Mhm.
watching Survivor, and I was laughing, and then I coughed. You know, like when you
Yeah.
laugh too hard.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't inhale, so I was coughing more, and I was waiting for my breath to come.
Mhm.
You know, I wasn't panicked or anything. I was just like, okay. Eventually, I'll have to breathe in, and then all of a sudden, gone. I was
We
out.
went night night.
Jen said my eyes rolled back in my head, and I fell down onto
Oh
the bed.
my God.
And she like reached out and grabbed me.
Yep.
And she didn't know what to do then. She was like,
Yep.
"What do I do?"
Sophie, you did this.
Well, no, she's trying to keep Sophie calm because Sophie was having a meltdown. Like, I felt
Oh,
bad. I
no.
felt so
Scary,
bad when I
yeah.
came to. And then as I breathed, she said that there was a moment, there was a sound, and then I started like snore breathing, like I was breathing again. And then I start coming to, and I'm it's the same feeling as having sepsis and waking up from being unconscious.
Yeah.
I was coming to, and I thought I was still in the hospital, and assumed that everything that had happened since then was all a dream, like one
Yeah.
of the
Oh my
forever
God,
nightmares I was
Forever
having.
fever
So I'm
dream.
waking up and I'm like, what happened? Where am I? What's going on? What happened? Where am I? Because I thought I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to process that I like remember that I was even coughing. Like
Right.
it took me like a good 5 minutes to go, oh, I had a coughing fit. And then I just kept apologizing all night.
Aw.
And then Sophie left and I cried because it reminded me of the trauma.
Yeah.
I was
That's
in
so
it.
scary. I was like, I came over and I was like, yeah, you had a hard reset.
Oh, dude, I did.
Your body was like, can't breathe, turn it off and back on again.
Mhm. I got a reset.
It's like when toddlers have breath holding spells
It's exactly
and
what
they
I
turn
thought of.
blue and you think they're going to die and then they just pass out and then suddenly they're breathing again
Mhm.
and it's fine.
Yeah.
The brain is
Sarah
just
used
like,
to-
I don't know
when
how to
she
do
was
this.
really little, she cried until she couldn't breathe and then would pass out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that was
really,
me.
really little, like
Yeah.
not even a toddler yet.
Usually they grow out of it by the time they're like 5.
Well, that's good.
I think maybe even earlier.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a like persistent thing, and it's usually I want to say never, but like almost never dangerous.
Yeah.
It's just scary.
What
to
caught me off
witness.
guard
Yeah.
was like it wasn't like it was going on for a long time.
Right.
It was like maybe 30 seconds and I blacked out. I can hold my breath for like 7 minutes.
Well, but you have expelled all of it.
I know. I've tested how long I can do that too, though. Like I know my limits
But you can do that like you
without
can't do that
fully expending. Like I went done. Like my
right.
lungs were
Like
empty.
you emptied your lungs, and then
Yeah.
your. I really think that your brain turned
Itself
everything
off. Like
off.
was like, okay, this is what we have to do. Yeah.
Because I don't think it was like oxygen deprivation
No.
that caused you to pass out. I think that your brain was
It was an
like,
autonomic reflex.
oh no, we forgot how to do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it off and back on again.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just like flipped the switch.
I blue screened.
You blue
I blue
screened.
screened.
We had to restart the program.
I'm just gonna go with that from
Would
now
you
on.
like to send an error report?
When we talk about it, I'm just gonna be like, remember when I blue
Blue
screened?
Did you send the error report?
No, I never send the error report. I never look up the code either, so you know me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucked. I'm not on my bipolar meds because I have to
Yeah.
get them refilled, and it's just been a rough week because of it.
Yeah.
Like just it keeps coming back,
Mhm.
and like my throat was all sore afterwards, and I was like a constant reminder, and then
Oh.
like
Well, and then he didn't want to
not-
sleep. And then I was awake that night anyway, so it was okay.
Yeah, that
so
was
we
a
kind
weird
of
night.
chatted. Because I didn't sleep.
Reboot.
Reboot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I made it.
Yeah.
It was weird. I felt really guilty, which makes no sense.
No.
Like, dude, I was like, dude, I feel so
It's
sorry.
like,
I'm s-
no,
I kept
you just had a hard
apologizing. I'm like,
reset. It's
I'm so
fine.
sorry, Jen. Because like,
Because it is. It's scary for people to like
yeah.
watch.
Well, and that was
but-
my first reflex too.
Yeah.
I'm proud of my brain for immediately going to, oh, it's okay, Sophie,
Yeah.
instead of like worrying about myself. It was
Yeah.
like, it's okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I just blacked out.
Good. Good. I took a tiny nap.
Yeah, and then I didn't sleep.
Yeah.
It really messed up my sleep
You
schedule.
you were very on edge.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I don't know what to say, so I went with like, I think sleep is safe because you're not gonna miss out on suffocating. You'll definitely wake up if you have another coffee.
No, which is a thought I had too. Like when I was reasoning about sleep, I had that
Yeah.
exact same process. I was like,
and that was
I'll
all
be
I
okay.
could provide was like because you know how I don't know when I was having those really bad like chest shockies
mhm,
that would turn into those shaking fits.
yeah,
And I had to keep reminding myself, like, okay, I have survived every single other one.
yeah,
It's that, like, that same thing where your brain goes, if you fall asleep, you're going to die.
mm-hmm,
And then you have to reason back out of it and be like, last time this happened, I didn't die. And the time before that, I didn't die. And the time before that, I don't think I died. Like,
right. No,
but I felt bad too because I was like, I don't want to minimize either, but also, how do we reassure here?
Yeah. yeah.
I don't know if I did a good job. or
No,
not.
you did. It was great. Just even talking to you in general, like
Okay.
I just needed to process. Like I said, what helped me is I was able to like a couple of days after I was meditating on
Yeah.
the whole experience and letting it process and letting the feelings happen, and
Which is huge.
yeah, it helped
You
a lot.
gave it a moment.
I did.
You gave it
I put it's like it's different though when you're like forcing, like when
Yeah.
you're like it's like not a moment, it's like an event.
Yes.
It's like I had a breakthrough,
Wow.
kind of. So yeah.
Also,
Also,
weird things were happening before all of this like weird gut stuff,
yeah,
where I felt like my esophagus was being pulled on.
Ugh.
So there were precursors.
yeah, like tremors, like backwards tremors.
Yeah, where it was just like, we're gonna pull it all downward. How about? And I'm like, Satan, please stop trying to like rip my guts out of me.
It's
Thank
so
you.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. Because it started with like these weird like stabbies in
Yeah.
my chest. And then it was like pain in my throat and in my esophagus.
When
And
was this?
like 3-4 days ago.
It was your fault.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was having weird stretchy pains, like right here.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
That's
why does it
exactly it.
feel like I stretched myself
That's
out?
exactly it.
No,
Whoops.
it was you.
It was me. Well, and that's the funny thing. Like before you texted me about your coughing fit, I was awake because I had a tickle cough
Mhm.
that wouldn't settle. And
Yep.
so I was awake because I had the tickle cough, and you messaged me and I was like, I'm already awake. Wow. But obviously I didn't say anything about the tickle cough because I was like, you're in it. So let's take care of what you need first.
Yeah, I didn't respond with "I'm on the toilet" when you were talking to me
I
last
know.
night. Like, hey, I might be there. I might join you. We're on our
I'm
way.
coming with you.
No, no.
Don't. It's not fun. Nobody enjoys
I
this.
was so worried though because it
I
was
know.
not great what I was going through.
Sorry.
I was like, oh no, she's warning me. How do I avoid this?
Be better than me. Fades away. Yeah.
God, EDS is a trip.
It's a nightmare. There's no map. The road is made of jello.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on here. Sometimes those dreams where you can't run because your legs keep like sinking into the earth.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of trip. You're trying to walk, but you can't.
Yep.
Go somewhere in 7 feet of snow. Ready, go. Remember when we braved the really big snow to go to Safeway?
Yeah.
And it took us like 2 hours just to get down and back.
Was it worth it?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't even
Absolutely.
remember what we bought.
There was a
There was
reason
something
too.
for dinner,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something for dinner.
But we were both wanted out of the house, and we were like,
Yep.
let's just.
We were
do
like,
it.
let's do this. We're going.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work. We both came back like tired and sore as all hell.
Mm-hmm.
It was worth it.
Oh, totally.
And you stay really warm when you're struggling.
It's true. I told you that time that I got this cut, right? I walked to the urgent care from the Fundy house to the urgent care next to the Safeway, and I got there just in time for Jen to pull in.
Oh my
It's like it was like a 3 or not 3. It was like an hour long walk in the snow to get my hand looked at that was bleeding profusely. So I'm like holding it with a towel, walking through the snow. And then Jen showed up.
leaving blood in the snow. You had to be really dramatic, huh? You like animate.
I'm not
blood in
gonna
the snow.
lie.
You liked it. You were like, look.
I
at
didn't
it.
like
Right.
it.
You
but
did. You
listen,
admired it.
listen,
You admired it at least.
Linda, honey,
Listen, Linda.
listen. I may have taken the towel off at certain points and just let my arm
Just let
dangle
it drip.
to leave a path.
Of
At
course
points,
you
not
did.
too much.
Did you draw anything in the snow?
You know what I did?
I might have. I wouldn't put it past me.
One time I was out in like the woods over by my house.
Yeah.
It was when we lived in the apartments over there. And I was with a friend and we were like playing, and I don't even remember what we were doing. We had a knife, cutting on a tree,
Mm-hmm.
cut my foot, like bad, lots of blood. I tried to calm her down. So I was like, oh, it's nothing. It's fine. It's
Right.
really fine. But when you take off like a good old slice or
Yeah.
a chunk and there's a flap,
Mm-hmm.
it was like that on my big toe on the bottom.
Oh.
So it's bleeding all over the place. And I'm trying to like play it off. I may have like left a scene for whoever may have stumbled upon it later.
Yeah, I wanted someone to follow my path
Written.
and have questions. That was my goal. Was like, I want someone to wonder what happened to me.
You're like, oh my
Actually
god.
snowing?
Hmm?
Was it actively snowing?
Yes. It was like it was over my ankles deep on the sidewalk, and it was still snowing pretty hard.
So it might not have been there that long.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think anyone walked at all during any of that, like where I was.
But that's the fun of being all dramatic about
That
it.
was so dramatic. Yeah, calling me out.
You just have to.
Yep.
Something, in your blood that says
Well, not anymore. I let it bleed out. I took that out.
that's It's exactly why. I need to not sit for a little while.
Okay. Okay. I hear you.
He's like, okay, go away.
Counterpoint.
I know what you'd like. You'd like the way I have my decline bench set up because you can just lean over it and be totally supported, but
Oh,
be in a position that
Always
would
standing.
allow your
sounds great.
organs to be. Mhm. I love my decline bench for all the wrong reasons. Because I don't use it for any of the intended exercises that I bought it for.
Mhm.
And now, I showed you that new, like back
Yeah, the
seating
yeah,
pad.
yeah, yeah.
Now I put it on when I'm doing a few stretches before I go to bed because there's certain
Uh-huh.
stretching and breathing that I do because it seems to help my gut.
Yeah.
And then I just hang with my head down over the decline bench and my feet are dangling, and it helps align my spine
Ah,
pretty well. And for me, it's much gentler than an inversion table,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
and
yeah.
it takes up less space. But now with the addition of the heat, my spine's much better about getting itself realigned
Nice.
because
Okay.
that heats
That's
up nice and fast.
Hmm.
nice. I've not thought about using like a heating pad, but that actually just does sound like it
It's
would
worth
be
a
nice.
shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go stand up somewhere.
Okay. Let's do it where it's going to be weird for other people.
Okay.
I don't know.
The
Like on
roof?
your roof. Why are we like this?
Yeah. Who knows?
That was unpredictable. Come on.
Nope. It was totally predictable.
Definitely. All right, we're going to go take a break and we'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah.
I
There we go. We've returned.
Oh, it's backwards. I was like, why does this feel wrong?
Because you're a psychopath.
I'm something.
Mm-hmm. Here,
I'm
here.
a
Well, I thought I was
mess.
going to brush my teeth while you were gone, and then I didn't do it. I got
Oh.
distracted.
We were just talking about brushing our teeth, actually. We were talking about how, like, my brain reads every single command instead of, like, a protocol.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there is no go take a shower protocol. It's literally every single command. And every single one of those commands is a task that I have to run, and I hate
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I get that.
And that's
ADHD.
basically what I was diagramming on paper for the first time today.
Yes.
Like all the things I have to do and try to get balanced so that my gut is happy.
Yeah.
And that's not a short list.
Right.
Yeah, that exact thing is what we're going to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's going around.
Just,
It's January.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my thought too. It's like it's that time of year.
new year, new hate this.
You know, part of me wants to figure out when to evict things from my routine.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Because adding is a lot more straightforward.
Yeah.
It
Right.
becomes a lot more obvious that you need to add it. But when does this thing no longer serve you and it needs to go away?
I was thinking about that the other day too with like medication because it's like there's so many things at play that I don't know what's doing what or what's not doing what.
Right.
And we just cut out the
in-
baclofen, which is nice.
In 2015, my sister was out here on vacation and invited me to go be at her timeshare with her.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when I decided to go off of a medication against doctor's advice.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was like, I really think you're going to have problems. I'm like, I really think I don't need this anymore. And I was right, but wasn't sure what was going to happen there in the middle.
Yeah. That's the tough part.
Yeah.
Is coming off of something you don't know how your body's going to react.
Right.
And then will it normalize to not needing it again? Like.
Right.
And how do you evaluate?
Yeah.
Exactly.
When do you evaluate? Like how long do you go before?
Uh-huh.
Well, and my brain is so comparative that like I can't hold one thing in my brain
Right.
and then be able to compare the present to that one thing because I
Mhm.
don't remember that one thing well enough. I need like
And
the
that's
two
why I have
things
to
in my
write it
hand.
down.
Exactly.
Like I need
Mhm.
the two things in my hand
Big-
so I can compare them side by side. And it's
Mhm.
literally like that with everything. I can't tell like lanes apart are really hard for me unless I see like cars in
Yeah.
the right like I don't know. It's just a weird
No, I get you.
organizational problem that my brain has.
It's a
And, like,
feature.
It's
Yeah,
a feature. Yeah.
it's so weird because they're like, "How do you feel better today than before?" And I'm like, "I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know."
You have to say on what axis? On
Right?
which axis?
Mhm.
Guess who's here?
Is it Yeti?
It is Yeti.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Yeti.
Hi, buddy.
Hello, not Chris. Hello, sexy motherfucker.
Where's my sexy? It's my birthday.
Hello, sexy.
You forced him into that. That felt
It's
wrong.
really funny, actually.
You're a monster.
Girl slay. Happy birthday.
There you go. Go off.
Girl.
No,
Queen.
in all seriousness, Chris, can I flick your magic bean?
When?
When?
I got time.
Present.
No, because we're like miles and miles and miles apart. I mean, the
Are we?
logistics.
Oh
We're outside.
oh my god.
Check behind the curtains.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's not a window. It's a Yeti.
I'm in
It's
like
a
a
Yeti
skin
at my
tight
room.
green screen costume.
Been waiting back there quietly this whole
Yeah.
I
time.
keep
been
elbowing it. I'm like,
Guys, don't freak
fantastic.
out. I think your curtain is moving.
It's not a bug, it's a feature.
How are you doing, Yeti?
Honestly, not good.
Oh,
Yeah, this week sucked
Yeah.
very badly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so well, the past 2 weeks sucked actually. So Thursday and Friday, I didn't get home until like 9:30 at night because
Jeez.
they had me come in at like 11 instead of 7.
Oh,
No, instead of 6:30,
yeah.
and then run like routes of like 50.
Oh wow.
So that shit sucked. And I basically because I came in late, nobody was there
Yeah.
except for like the people who run the shop. So I had to load up the truck by myself, work in a truck that has no headlights, hazards, or
Oh no.
in the pitch black. So I
That
had to,
sounds safe.
basically form like a fourth sense.
Yeah.
Basically,
Jesus.
it's like I had to picture the road was in Braille and I was just driving on it. So,
So
yeah, and then I
vivid
had to
to
go
my
back
brain.
and then I had to go back and unload the truck by myself. And then I did the same thing on Friday, last Friday.
Mm.
And then on Tuesday, I came in. Then I had a double dip. I had to run 2 routes of 40, so I delivered 80 tanks. And then on Wednesday, that same truck that is super fucked up, it kind of blew up on like after I was on my route. So like I was driving right, and then I heard this big snap, crackle, pop right, and I was like, well,
Oh no.
that can't be good, right? So then I
Yeah.
was like, so that's when I just rolled down the windows a little bit, and then I heard what I can only compare to a box of nails rattling around in the motor, and I
Oh
was like, wow,
no.
I was like, dang, this really can't be good, and this was on 75, mind you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with 75. Very, very busy highway. Not a
Mm.
good place to break down. So
No.
the traffic came to a stop. I hit the brakes, and then the traffic started to go again. I let go of the brakes, and the car started rolling backwards. So I was like, okay, so this
Oh.
isn't good at all. So I was like, all right, this doesn't, doesn't
Oh
really add up.
God.
The car's in
Yeah.
drive, but I'm going in reverse. That just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I had to put the emergency brake on, and again, there's no hazards, so I'm just had to
God.
sit there for 2 hours hoping somebody would come and get me. And then
Oh no.
after that happened, the old truck doesn't have a car charger, so my phone died. So I was literally in the middle of 75, no hazards on, the truck's broken, my phone's dead. And yeah, so I had to do what any rational person would do. Flag down any random stranger that I could find that would stop on the highway.
Yep.
I was gonna
So
say
then I had to
cry.
ask them, and then I had to ask them to call the number on the billboard on the truck, let them know to come get me, and then I had to sit there for 2 hours hoping not to get blown to pieces on the highway
Oh
because
Yeah.
nobody
Jesus.
realizes that I'm stopped. And then car doesn't have AC either, so it's like very
No, of
hot
course
outside.
not.
So I was sitting there quite literally cooking in this truck.
Jesus.
And yeah, so 2.5 hours later, I finally get a ride somewhere.
Mm.
Like somebody came to pick me up, and then I had to drive so. One of the boys came to pick me up in a different truck that isn't shitty, and
Yeah.
then stayed there with that truck until the tow truck came there, and
Mhm.
then I took the newer truck back to the shop. But the thing is, my phone was still dead, and I had no idea where I was at. So I was
God.
like, okay, I'm just gonna keep guessing until I find somewhere familiar,
Yeah.
and that didn't really work out too well. So
Oh
I
no.
just ended up really far away, and then I finally made my way back, and I was like, okay, now I'm getting closer. So then I finally made my way back. Then I had to do more work when I got back to the shop after
Oh
going
my
through all of
God.
this. So, yeah, so that shit sucked. And then I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? I went through a shitty ass time. It was a shitty experience, but I'll get over it. I was like, maybe tomorrow will be better. I go in
Yeah.
tomorrow, and they're like, oh, we need you to double dip again today. I was like, okay, great. This is awesome. So then I had to go out, run 40 tanks, come back, and then run another 40 tanks.
Sis.
And then the last one back to the shop again. So I had to do everything by myself. And then today I had to double dip again.
Oh my God.
So I had to run 30 tanks, and then I had to go back out and then make 2 repairs. And those 2 repairs took me an hour and 45 minutes to do.
Oh
And then
my
after those 2
God.
repairs, I had to go deliver 40 more tanks. And then go back to the shop and be the last one back to do everything by myself.
Yeah.
And now, couldn't get any worse. Now I got to go in on my Saturday when I'm supposed to have off
Oh
and
my
double
God.
dip again.
God.
What?
Yeah, so
Sounds like you need to
not
go
really
missing.
going.
That's a bad week.
Is it the same person causing you to have to double dip? I mean, it's like somebody out this whole time.
No, so we took off on New Year's and Christmas, so that put us hella behind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And instead of dispersing the workload onto somebody else, like having me double dip one day and then having somebody else
Yeah.
dip one day, they're
Oh,
like, you
yeah.
know what? No, he's young, he got it, and then just fuck this guy, and then just make him double dip
Oh.
every single day.
That's
so.
not fair.
No.
Yeah, no, it is not, but
I'm
it is what
telling
it is.
you, it's time to go missing.
He gets to go
Call
missing
in
so
Time
sick.
to go
Say, sorry, I've been working so much that I've been so exhausted and my immune system is shot. I got sick.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
it their fault.
Or you didn't have any recovery time for your muscles and something bad
Yeah.
happened.
You injured yourself. You fell
You know,
down
you really got to rest up that back,
the stairs,
or else you
man.
might have to quit.
Mhm.
Don't stop
Yeah,
falling down the
for real.
stairs, Yeti.
Oh no, I accidentally threw myself off the third floor. I can't come into work today.
Oh my God.
Oops.
Oh no. How do I do perspective with like roads and stuff?
What do you mean?
Because I know how to do
Vanishing
point
point.
perspective. Yeah, I know how to do 1 point perspective to a vanishing point. But if I have like a road down here,
Yeah.
where is my vanishing point at?
Well, it depends
Depends on the curvature of the earth.
Yeah.
It really does.
But how do? Like practically, how do?
It would just be straight lines, unless even if it's at a diagonal, right? Like, here, show me what you're trying to do. Like, try and draw it out, and I'll see.
So like if I've got because I know how to run it all to one central point,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
exactly.
That I know
Everything
how to
goes
do.
down.
That's fine. How do I do that when I've got like roads going on and I also because at that point it's not all coming to one
Mhm.
central point anymore.
Right. Because that's at the bottom. That's where the vanishing point is.
Right.
So it would just be a road.
Well, it's not the road, it's the lines. Where are my lines going now?
Oh, for these guys is what you're
Yeah.
saying? Oh, so
Well,
instead of
if the
crossing the road, I
curvature of the
getcha.
earth,
Yeah.
yeah. So if the curvature is like in the way or a road's in the way, you still pretend the vanishing point's out there, draw as if to that, and
But I
then
have
it
to
gets
end
cut
it
off
early.
partway
Yeah.
through. Yeah, you
Okay,
just have
yeah.
to end it early.
Right.
Oh, okay. So I just okay.
You just
I
cut
see.
it. The vanishing point is still
Okay.
there. It's just it ends at the road.
Right. Okay. Because I want
It's
to
just
have
vanished.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to have them practice that before we do the trees because you have to leave a lot of space
Yeah.
for the sky with the trees.
Well, and this is a
So
good
I'm
one
like, how do
because
we?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
Okay.
little intro into it.
This makes sense.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. My brain just couldn't fathom like where does my vanishing point go?
Right. You
It
didn't want
vanished.
it to look wrong.
Right.
And that would just mean that every window on here would be super compressed, basically.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to do details, they'd be
It'd
super
be
tight together.
squishied. Okay.
You got this.
So if I have a little road, yawn.
Mm-hmm. You're nailing it.
So
I mean, my
yeah,
lines aren't exactly right, but
yeah, that
like
did
mine like to be.
sucked very
Right,
badly.
right. But no,
Sorry,
I
Yeti.
get what you're saying.
So the
Okay.
next time they offer you double shifts, Yeti, could you say, "Hey, I've given
No,
it the
thank you.
office. Somebody else's turn." Well, I mean,
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, they're really making me earn this vacation.
No joke.
Jesus.
How long is vacation for you? Like, do you get a week?
What do you mean? Like, how long am I going to be gone for?
Yeah, yeah. How long do you get?
So the hotel's booked from the 14th to the 18th. So,
Okay.
but that gives me from the 13th into. Let me see. Oh man, numbers.
Mm-hmm.
13th to 19th, maybe.
I think it's from the. Yeah, I think you're right, Ruth. It's from. No, it's from the. It's from the. So it's technically it starts from the 13th until the 21st.
Okay. Yeah, it depends on where the weekends fall.
Yeah, so
It
the
could be.
13th
It would
is a
terminate at the road.
Saturday,
What?
and
It
then
would
we
terminate at
leave
the
on
road.
Sunday.
Same thing.
We check out on
You just need something
Thursday,
there.
and then that
Okay.
still gives me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to chill.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, because I told him it was booked from the 14th to the 19th, but It's actually just from the 14th.
There you go. That's good. I had to
That's
teach
when
the
we-
kids. I'm like, literally, I rotate everything all the time.
Yeah.
So that I can see what I'm doing. Because they get so focused on like, how do I,
Yeah, like
how
trying
do
to
I,
do it
and I'm like, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Turn everything.
easy work. Make it easy.
Yeah. Okay.
So I
Oops.
should be back for the Saturday stream.
Now, is it still
Nice.
going this way?
Yeah, so Saturday is the day, but next Saturday is the day before I leave.
Dang.
20th is the day after I come back.
Okay.
And then you want to keep that same distance here, right? So to keep the perspective correct,
Mm-hmm.
this distance here,
Mm-hmm.
whatever this is, like,
Yeah.
would be that distance here to the bottom.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
Yeah.
instead of terminating at the road. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to sketch my line and then measure it later.
The next time I make a repair, I gotta take a video like of what it's like.
Yeah.
Well, a burial, because a burial is complete dog shit. That shit is ass. Like
It looks like it.
when
You
it's
sent
like
that
a
picture?
regular.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it looks like that, there's a shit ton of. I'm not sure if you can like I guess vividly
This
picture it right now,
distance or
but
this
underneath all
distance?
that
This and
plumbing,
this.
you have
So
to
this
like
goes like
dig
here.
it all out with a shovel in order to expose the lines that you need to cut.
Right. Yeah, you
in
don't
order
want to
to
damage anything.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
this, I think, is
so
about
you
the
gotta
same.
fucking
Yeah.
If it's
dig
square.
that all out, and I didn't have a shovel today because mine broke.
Oh,
Yeah, so I had to hand dig it out with my hands.
Yeah.
oh, jeez.
Yeah, that shit sucked terribly.
And I like doing this because it really forces them to like think about where things are going.
Yeah.
And like giving them different shapes to play with is really nice. The question is, do I have anything?
Technically,
Here.
you do.
Yeah.
It'd be really tiny.
Well, and that's what I was teaching them. I was like, if you're not sure about a corner, put the ruler through it.
Yeah, draw it out just to be safe.
Yeah.
She's doing
I
learning.
don't think it's worth.
But yeah, it seems like everyone's had a horrible week, Eddie.
Yeah.
Either with work or bodies or
Mm-hmm.
just in general. Not been great.
Has not been it on.
Mm-hmm.
I feel for anybody else who had a terrible week.
Yeah, it's not been a good one. That's for sure.
Shitty start to 2024. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. You have no idea how right you are. You're cracking
Oh,
up.
man.
Stop it.
You
So-
said no more, and now I know.
I know.
What'd you do today
fine.
for your birthday?
I worked and now I'm here.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah. And then tomorrow I'm supposed to see my in-laws.
You should smoke 7 blunts at once. You'll be fucking glued
All
to the
at
couch
once.
for a month. Oh my god!
I'll never move again.
Yeah, moving
She's
to
gonna
losers
see.
anyways.
She's gonna see colors she didn't know existed.
What is color?
Yep.
Oh shit! Oh man, she's gonna be able to see
Oh, no.
sound. Holy fuck!
See, on this one, you don't have to make it that short.
Mm.
This could be a taller building.
Oh, yeah,
with
and
a
it could
different
come over.
termination point,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That makes me feel a little better because I was like, they're so short. What am I doing?
right.
Okay, so this
This
one
could be an arbitrary ending
taller
point, yeah.
because this could be like where it is.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll put it like right here.
It's like I was an architect in training at one
That's
point.
why I was talking to one of my kids and he's like really good with just all of it. And I was like, have you ever gone into like, have you thought about architecture or drafting or something?
Yeah, drafting
And
especially.
he was like, no. And I was like, drafting could be really fun for you, I think.
I love drafting.
I have a friend who got an architecture degree and he designs the entire HVAC infrastructure runs in 3 dimensions
Oh, that's
for
cool.
buildings.
That's
That's
really
really
cool.
Because he knows how to do the CAD and he knows all the rules about how you have to do the runs. and make sure everything complies with code and
Yeah.
sized correctly and all that. So that's, to me, that's a fairly easy example to mention where you can say,
Yeah.
here's an example of a career where you can use this
Yeah.
type of skill.
Yeah.
That's
Because if
awesome.
you just tell a kid architecture drafting, they may just think of building buildings, and there's
Right.
more to it than that.
Yeah.
So what I'm
So
hearing is your
this
friend
one.
is loaded.
He's actually not.
Oh, that's surprising.
That doesn't.
He is
Just 'cause
he is
my vanishing
comfortably
point. That's what I
well
was
off
struggling with. Is
and
like, where
knows
do I
how to
put the
party.
vanishing point?
Oh, okay. I see.
Another way to
That's a
look at it
much
is this
better
is
way to think of it.
bird's eye view, right?
Okay.
Now-
The
Yeah,
vanishing
no.
point is just where you're centered. So imagine
We-
like
Starting
people,
to piece it together.
Okay.
like if you're
we
looking down on the satellite view,
were
Yeah.
in
it's like
school starting at
this could
age
end anywhere
9
again. It could
together,
just be a different size building.
Okay.
Right.
and he was the most alternative
So
kid
what
in
if
the
we-
class, and he still is.
Yeah.
Knock it out. We'll knock it out in line.
Okay.
We'll put these things.
His
I
His
think I'm starting to get a
personality.
very vivid picture of this person.
Yeah, whatever your picture is, it's correct.
Okay.
Nice guy, super nice guy. Literally had not talked to him for 40 years. Found out he was living in the neighborhood where my mother lives. Went by, talked to him after 40 years.
Oh wow.
And it was
Okay.
like we just picked right up where we left off.
I
It
love
was
when
really
that
weird.
happens. So nice.
It was great. It was great. So now he's much
Hmm.
more in my thinking because he is in the same neighborhood as my mother, and he's the, if all hell breaks loose and persons A, B, and C aren't available, would you come over and help my mother? And he said, yeah. So
Nice guy.
yeah, super nice.
Little on the crazy side, but nice guy.
Yes. After 22 years with his partner, they decided to finally get married.
Oh, okay.
I think they got close enough that they could see that maybe there's some Social Security and other advantages. It was kind of funny because in Kansas at the time when we were young, that would have been extremely in your face to not get married
Yeah.
and raise children and all of that.
Nice.
Noise.
Noise.
Why is this irritating?
Karina's learning.
Karina's trying to learn.
Yay!
You got this.
Karina's on
Good
the struggle
exercise
bus.
for your brain.
Mhm.
Yes. I was just telling Chris, I was like, it's hard because I'm like, I know it, but I'm learning it on the fly because I'm learning it so that I can teach it. But it's also like,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Well, and sometimes when you're teaching it, you know how to do it intuitively, but how to explain it to
Exactly,
somebody is another
yes.
matter.
Well, that's exactly it. Like, I have to find different ways to explain things that are not
Mhm.
like technically correct or like, I don't know.
Well, and if they have like a question that catches you off guard, you need to be ready to
Right.
field it.
Well, and I have to know it practically. That's really what it is. I have to be able to know.
I
What in the
say
heck
just
I'm
tell him to
doing.
do it.
Do it.
We do a lot of just do it. They're good at that, actually.
Yeah. See, now this is a shorter
I
building.
had a
Yeah.
teacher who used
I
to
wanted to
say,
have a
do it
roof.
to it, on
Do
it
it.
to the thing. I
Yeah,
have no
nice.
idea what that meant.
Do it.
but
Do it.
it's
On
saying
the
a
thing.
lot.
On the thing. On the thing. Just do it.
On it to the thing.
How do I make this look
Three-dimensional?
Well,
Oh, like it's angled?
yeah.
Then you change the angles at the end. So like these wouldn't be straight lines; they would arc up or down in the direction away from that.
Okay, so it would be like here-ish?
Yeah, if you want it to go that way.
Like that?
If you want it, if you want it to dip in towards the
Yeah.
middle.
Well, I want it to go this way. Like a peak.
Yeah,
peak
opposite
to
of
the
that.
building. Okay. So I have to cut it.
Yeah.
This way.
Above it though.
Uh.
So you use those existing corners and
Uh-huh.
build off that, because otherwise you're taking off part of the building.
Oh, that's fair. Whoops. So we'll go here
Mhm.
and then here.
And then do the same thing on the bottom.
Got it. But this one goes this way?
Right, and you would keep that bottom line because that's the edge of the building.
Yeah. So this goes here. There we go. And then this goes over here.
Yeah, so you lose the center line on this one, and
Yeah.
then connect it down there, and you're good.
Should probably fix it so that it's like, even. Like, I'll just draft it. It's fine.
So this is the stuff I really like. This is where my brain goes, Bert.
Which is why I'm like, yeah, Chris will know. Chris will like this. We're doing perspective. You should really love this.
Karina,
Yes.
just dawned on me. Would you like the name of a colorectal surgeon?
Oh.
Yes, actually.
Do you want to message us?
Yes,
It's not on the
please.
screen.
Yeah, if you could message it
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have it upstairs or if I have to ask my husband, but I know which one my husband goes to.
Okay.
Now, whether or not that person would know EDS, I have no idea, but he's out of that
I'll
Lone
just note this.
Tree location.
Because the vanishing point is in line with it.
Yeah.
So, like,
I know it's bothering me. I'm
it's
like, do I take off
technically
part of the
correct.
building to fix it?
Yeah, what I
Yeah.
would do to fix it is
Just
literally cut off
trim
the
it.
bottom so you
Exactly.
could have that angle
That's
back.
what I'm thinking. Okay.
Because
I'll
it'll look
just-
wrong even though it's right.
I'm going to put this here then,
Alrighty.
basically.
I have to go night night so I can wake up at 5 o'clock in
Okay.
the morning.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry,
my
Eddie.
life
Doing
stuff.
that. You need to, yeah.
Be safe
All
at
good.
work.
Go,
I hope
yeah.
that your guys' weeks get better, or at least you have a good ass weekend.
You too.
Not Chris. I hope you do something fun for your birthday. It sucks that you had to work today, but
Oh,
happy
it's all
birthday.
good. Thank you.
And I will talk to you guys next time. Have a good night.
Sounds good. Have a good
Night,
night.
Eddie.
Bye. Poor Yeti.
See, even though
Right
he's like
there.
off the wall, doesn't he have golden retriever
Yeah.
energy?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it
now
does
I
have golden
can take
retriever
that.
energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see.
I can bring that right
Let's
here.
see. I probably have energy
I don't
level
think that
closer
fixed
to
it.
sloth.
I don't
Not
think
really.
I fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Oh,
no, I'm
duh.
trying to
I
think.
know
Maybe
what I
I'm more
did.
of like a
Hold on.
corgi. No, corgis have infinite energy. Corgis
Yeah,
can just
I've
go.
never-
Sassy.
I've never been one of those super energetic people. I've just been more one of those keeps on trucking people.
Mm-hmm. The way my stepfather would describe that is a desert dog.
A desert dog.
It doesn't have a
Mm,
breed. It's a
okay.
mutt,
Yeah.
but it just keeps on going.
Yep.
Desert dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we raised for desert dogs.
Yep.
And then you need the cross line from there to there.
Yeah. But is it straight?
Yeah, straight.
Okay.
Because it's hard to define a curve right there.
Yeah.
Like you could make it look like the whole thing's arc curved, kind of like that Denver building,
Mm-hmm.
but it's easier because you would need more shading and stuff
Is
to
that
really show it.
correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
With that little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I just put it in a stupid spot and I put the
Part of it too
vanishing
is your
point in a
your
stupid spot.
line width is.
It's
I know.
I don't have I looked for the mechanical one and I didn't find it, so
If you want, I have my pro set, my architecture set.
oh,
It's
it's
different
all
lead
good.
strengths and widths.
No worries.
It makes a big difference.
I'm sure it does. I'm just like I'm trying to play with it as much as possible so
Yeah.
that my brain gets used to it.
But yeah, that's why this one looks wonky. It's just
Yeah.
different lead, different line strengths.
Yep.
You're good. You're doing it.
Okay.
I think like as long as you're grasping the concept is more.
Right. That's the big one.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause then the speech would be like
This is just crazy. As Austin says, that's crazy.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I got a
Remember if I
message.
told you guys I got new pill container
Yeah?
because it like seals with silicone and it's supposed
Oh,
to like keep water out and everything. But
That's
what it also
nice.
does is it keeps my multivitamin gummies nice and chewy.
Oh, that's nice. So they
And
don't
it
get all dried
sounds-
out.
Yes, it sounds completely insane, but it's like
No,
a
but it
little
is.
treat
It's a
in the
real thing.
afternoon to get chewy gummies instead of rock hard ones.
Uh-huh. No, I can totally understand that.
This is my first week taking it to work, and it was a resounding success.
Good.
Yeah. Got to keep everything fresh.
Yeah.
See, to me, I thought the only solution for that would be like getting those vacuum pumps, the ones that like see it. You know what I mean? Take all the air
Oh
out.
yeah, yeah.
But that would also ruin the gummy
It's like,
because when a gummy expands and then contracts again, it
Oh,
loses its
oh
gumminess.
yeah, exactly. Because all the air went bye bye.
yeah, I
Okay.
can't remember now if I
Oh wow, yeah,
Yeah, it's late.
it's late.
shared a link about what it was or not.
Are you gonna be here tomorrow?
Maybe.
Cool.
Don't know.
Okay.
We won't go
You
much
know.
longer.
What?
We won't go much longer.
Yeah, we've got to get moving for some sleeps
Mm-hmm.
before tomorrow.
Gotta get them sleeps.
Get them sleep.
I love you.
Boy, I love you.
Don't lie to him.
Bye.
That looks cool.
We'll see. Like, I don't know. Pet again. Trust the process.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta trust the process.
Uh-huh. Mm.
And I just emotional for no reason, you know? I don't know if you okay, so this is not something I don't think a lot of women can relate to, but being irrationally emotional, I don't
Yeah?
let me try and explain it.
Go right ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Well,
Really.
no, it's all week I've been doing that. And I'm like, I just looked at Jen. I was like, Jen, help me. I'm
Yeah.
drowning.
You
I'm
need
drowning in the
cookies.
emotes. Yeah.
What'd you say? You
Make
need
Jen make
cuddles?
you cookies.
Oh,
Aw.
cookies. I thought you said cuddles. I was like, yeah, you
The
could use some cuddles too.
PMS cookies.
Yeah. Problem is that it won't just go away. The mania will persist until I take the meds.
Yeah.
So I really got to get that filled.
Yes, you do. And
Yeah.
if there's anything I can do, let me know.
Yeah, for
To
sure.
help figure it out.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I mean, it works out this week. I get to be super upset tomorrow on the recording. So
As long as you don't like totally wear yourself out.
no, I've been good. I've been. It's weird because like you don't want to say you're ignoring the feelings.
Right. But you're also like,
But
this
they're
is
for
not-
sale on a discount.
Right. Exactly. It's like they're there and I want to acknowledge that they exist, but I don't want them to take over,
Right.
which is the balance. And they
And
really
it's
want
one
to
of
take
those,
over.
like, you're not the most reliable feelings.
Mm-mm. No, they are not.
Mm. And then you have to like validate without validating.
And then you
To
decide
validate
you're
the
going to
feelings without the thoughts.
and then you're going to execute to the plan instead of going with the emotions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
That's the key part.
Mm-hmm.
Making sure that I'm executing the plan.
Yeah.
And I've been good about it.
Good.
Like I've been really good.
'Cause, yeah, that's the hard part. I mean, it's all the hard part. Let's be real.
Truth.
yeah, there's
This
a
whole
lot of
being
hard parts
alive
these
thing.
days for me.
Right.
Yeah. This whole being alive thing is not my jam.
So I think there's a possibility that I could rid my body of the dreaded oatmeal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I am mentally thinking about what meal I'd like to have when I can celebrate. I have
That's a
put
good
off
question.
multiple things I wanted to eat
Yeah.
because of it.
What's on the list?
Oh, a friend told me about this. I don't know what to call it. It's like a restaurant cooperative
Mm-hmm.
where there's lots of different little restaurants. You know, some of them
Oh yeah.
just like a starter place where they don't necessarily have a full menu or anything, but it's sort of like a food court thing. And you
Mhm.
can
Yeah,
go
okay.
and just have different. And I was like, I would really like to try the food there. It sounds really interesting. He
Yeah.
said it was really good. And I've been wanting to try it, but I've been putting it off because this would be quite adventuresome.
Yeah.
compared to my usual diet.
Mm-hmm.
I thought my gut needed to be in optimum shape to try that.
Yeah.
You need to find a place that has nothing but hummus, because I know you love hummus. It's your favorite right now.
Well,
So
I
much
don't know if it's
hummus.
my favorite. It just is a safe food.
No, I get that. Safe foods are boring.
Yes, they are. But you know what? You don't gain a lot of weight on safe foods, or at least I don't,
That's
because
true.
I get bored of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, food? What is that?
So the only critique I have is you want to make sure your angle here is the
I
same for the
know it's
triangle.
not the same, and I'm like, I'm over it now.
Yeah.
I'm
The-
like, that building is annoying, and I made a
The
mistake.
safety move is to just do everything in right angles.
Yeah.
So you could just use like
I
the
was like,
corner
"Oh,
of the
shit."
ruler.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I'm cheap and I do stuff like that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want to redraw
I
it
don't
though.
know. That sounds like
But at
being
least we're like
efficient.
getting the
Efficient, but like as a
ideas.
planner, as someone like if you're like trying to make something unique and
Yeah.
to fit your style, like Frank Lloyd Wright definitely didn't play it safe.
Right. I used to go to school at a place where we had a Frank Lloyd Wright building that was the the education department, I think it was,
Oh wow.
and it was wildly impractical, but looked really cool.
Exactly. Yeah, I have a bunch of books
Sounds
about
about
his
right.
works. And then I have a bunch on like natural living, I guess. Houses that have
Oh,
incorporate a
yeah.
lot of nature in them.
I love that.
Like
Oh,
homes that
uh-huh.
are heated and cooled by giant cylinders of water
Yes.
because they retain in
Yeah.
oh, it's
Or the
so
ones
cool.
with like the gardens through the
Have you-
hallways. Like, what the
Have you-
stop?
Did you hear about the guy who had he built a house up in the mountains, and it was supposed to have all this passive solar kind of heating and cooling stuff, and somehow it involved recycled tires. I
Really?
don't remember exactly, but yeah, but it was a coworker of my husband's, and I knew him also.
Interesting.
And we're just looking at each other, going, "Of course he did that." He was one of those guys who knew a lot and was slightly annoying about it.
hmm Yeah, I grew up in Deming, right?
But it
And we had
made all the
neighbors who
news around here.
we had neighbors that were building their houses out of rocks that they found around
Yeah,
the property.
yeah.
And they
Uh-huh.
had they started with one room, then they expanded to like 2 spaces and then 3 and 4.
Right.
It was pretty cool. Like I think that's what got me started on like integrating nature and more into
Yeah.
housing. I was
Which I
just
love. Like,
just
I
thinking
love
about
that stuff.
But I like a lot of greenery and like
Yeah.
bringing living nature into it.
Me too. That's my favorite. I'm like, I want a house that's built around a tree.
Yeah. Pain in the ass to do.
I know.
Super pain in the ass
Well,
to
and
do.
then you have to leave room for the tree to grow. Too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have to accommodate when it gets too big and
Yep.
keeping it healthy is really hard.
Yeah.
But then there's
Have
like
this
tree
dead
houses
tree
where you,
grow in your
you tap
house.
into them and then I just feel
Yeah.
bad because I don't want to tap into a tree. They have feelings, bro.
Yeah. That's so weird.
I want a tree house that's like all fake. I want a natural looking tree that's like a fake tree that I can build
That
on.
sounds
Yes.
like something you can't quite make up your mind.
Exactly. Look at my natural tree house. It's not natural.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A
What?
friend of
But
mine
it
came out
looks
to
natural.
Colorado on vacation, and she rented a tree house to stay in. And I
Mhm.
looked at it just for the heck of it, and the amount of money she was spending per night
Oh God.
to be up there was insane.
I bet. And there's some crazy treehouse designs.
Uh-huh.
Oh man. Put me in a mood.
Nuts. Time to run away to the mountains. Except they're cold.
Time to go to architecture. Finish
Well,
what I
my
started.
dad tried to
Bring it to it.
have a mountain cabin,
Mhm.
and he did not understand any of the practical things at all.
No.
You know, he hadn't grown up around Western housing standards.
Right.
So, you know, in his mind, you just buy land and you can do whatever you want. And
Yeah.
that's definitely not what happens.
Yeah.
And he bought a parcel, and then they changed the rules so that it was impossible to build on the parcel because they had a required set-off distance between the septic and the well that now exceeded the diagonal
Oh no.
size of the parcel.
Somebody
Yeah,
just didn't
they
want
did
him
that.
building there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
not
I was
fair.
in general. They didn't
Yeah.
want anybody building there.
Right.
Ridiculous.
And they did stuff like
Yeah. I mean, we built our
that.
house
Was
in Deming, and we were gonna build a 2-story, kind of like an Adobe, like a Pueblo kind of style.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the building restrictions for the zoning
Yeah.
didn't allow for buildings of a certain height. So we were looking at a 2-story geodesic dome
Yeah.
because they have like a lower height, still too tall. And we almost had it because they would have been a whole kit.
Whose view were you interrupting?
This guy named John, and we weren't interrupting his whole view. He had a giant view of the entire mountains, and our house would have been a tiny blip. Whatever.
Rich people are annoying.
He wasn't rich. He was just the only guy there. He had
That's
to say
so weird.
the only one in this, like, he was our only
That's
neighbor.
the way people were in California.
Weird.
Yeah, and so we ended up building
it,
a very
John.
tall single-story house. Well,
Wow.
it's a very cool. It's
Wow,
got
wow,
a great
wow.
room with this giant chimney. I think the ceilings are, I think, about the top of this room
Yeah.
would be like the whole thing because it's not angled. They're all flat roofs, so it's a
Wow.
huge room.
That would be really
Jean's
And if it was built
cousin,
out, it would look good.
Yeah.
we visited her in September, and she and her husband had the house built where they live, and it's all built to be somewhat energy efficient. You can only get so far in South Dakota just because it's so cold.
Uh-huh.
But they did have the great room concept and, you know, trying to get all the southern exposure. But
Yeah.
they built this big fireplace, and the whole thing is made out of rock they found on their land.
Wow.
That's what we were gonna do.
That's really
Was
cool.
literally
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
it
I was
ended up being
mentioning
a
it
stove.
because they
Fire
actually
pit in Grand Lake. That's
Yeah.
what it reminds me of. That's cool. We should probably say goodbye
Yeah,
because I gotta go home and feed my dogs
and sleep.
and sleep, and then get ready for tomorrow. So I have to be social for my birthday
Are you doing things after the podcast?
with the parents.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that should be good though. Think about it. We'll have like the fun in the morning with the stream
Mhm.
with everybody. Then we get to
You get
rage,
Yeah.
And
and then
Yeah,
you'll be
That's
vented.
true.
You should go into it. You'll be physically exhausted, like physically spent, but you'll
yeah.
be
I'll be
emotionally
hyped.
there.
I'll be hyped.
Yeah. We'll send you off
Fun.
like angry high.
Salad, breadsticks.
Like, I hate everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, parents. Because that's what your
But
voice will
maybe
sound like.
try to purge that before you
The
get-
demon.
Yeah. Try as you might.
You can't purge me.
I'm the unpurgeable. Okay.
Okay. Time to say goodbye.
Yep.
We're gonna
Goodbye.
purge this.
My voice is dying on me.
Yeah. I
Stop it.
wonder why.
I don't know.
The demon knows.
The demon knows. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you guys.
We might see you tomorrow, maybe,
Maybe.
depending on how you guys are feeling and when you're up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet. Then we shall see you later.
Yeah.
Take care, guys.
Night.
Happy
Night.
birthday.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bada-boo. And
All right.
goodbye,
Bye,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, wait. Faye was talking.
What? No.
Okay, good. I didn't miss anything.
I was like, no.
It was Rose.
Yeah.
Bye, YouTube.
And that was reboot. That was what. We're good.